what is up? Okay, my Stream Deck works again. I don't get it. Still says I need to update the plugin. Have not. Have not. So I'm gonna make some pants. It's a weekend, I think. Yeah, technically, yeah. So I'm like, just tried some stuff. Another thing that might work out pretty well for Chaos are just straps. They're pretty much just like the cape loincloth. They're just like really thin. So I feel like that's like another good use case for them. What's up, motion? I feel like I've kind of figured out like how it goes for like shirts and like shorts kind of. I think I could make a better dress. But I feel like this would actually work out pretty well. Now, what are we calling these straps? Yeah. So there's a lot of variation with this style. I pretty much see it as like baggy top, very tight fit at the bottom. So like kind of like aggressively baggy and aggressively tapered. Cargo pockets. I'm not gonna do the linked together straps, but it's kind of like this one at the top. I think could possibly be Chaos pretty well. And then I like the either single strap just like hanging or the double. Maybe it's too much to do them together, but that's kind of what I'm interested in. Yeah, this picture is actually helping. I wonder if I can like actually get it as like an actual picture. Okay, not quite, but so the main thing, the ideal thing I think would actually be to have this first joint be an actual bone, but I'm not doing that just yet. So I'm gonna see if I can pull it off with just Chaos. So the connection point won't be like as nice, like the joint. But yeah, this is kind of it. They're just like, what the I hate this stuff. It's pretty much just like regular pants. Could cargo pocket them. It's just like extra detail. Don't really need it. But then there's like straps hanging off the bottoms. That's pretty much it. That's all I really want to try out. Though I still want to make like proper pants with like flies and pockets, but it wouldn't be these because like pretty much always wear a shirt over that area. Just trying to look at some reference here. Yeah, I think I got it. It doesn't look like you do both ever, so mine are going to be kind of like have extra stuff on it. But these little straps plus they're kind of like overall straps that are down, but they're never were actually overall straps. It's definitely like its own thing. Yeah, you probably don't do both, but whatever. I feel like those would be like cool for Chaos stuff. And I just want to make more pants. I think after this I'm gonna make like really short jeans for female till normal. It's kind of like a staple outfit, I feel like, for games especially. And then go for like the pockets and like the actual fly construction because they're really small. That just, I don't know, it seems like it would be simpler to make. Let's see, is this really an OBJ to get this in? I forget. Yeah, I think it's this one. It's like kind of organized right now. It's not bad. Okay, so I could actually, the waistline, maybe I could just hit it. It's two rectangles, so it's nothing crazy. Let me see. I had the number. I kind of just want to like hop in on it. 1819 sounds good. Let's do. I'll just click it once. 18. Might also do just like 1919 or something like that, but we'll see that the set on the waist, it like really matters. It like changes it a lot. Like even like a ½ centimeter is like a pretty big difference to have it like sit normally. I'll just start 1818 and we'll see. I can just pull it out. Just make this side a little bit bigger. So hold on, let me do. These can be sewing symmetry, but they go over there for some reason. Oh, I see what happens. Yeah. Okay, now I understand why that always flips over. Then I get it. flipping across this way symmetry. So this should be a little tight. We'll see. It's not bad, it's a little high. Even 1818 is pretty decent. I don't usually find I have as much of the underwear coming out issue with the male tall normal. I don't even usually check the ref, and it's usually fine, but it's probably worth checking anyway. Oh no. Oh, we're still simming. Let me go find that texture. Okay, so we seem to be fine, and he's quite dark because of this multiply. Okay, so I have the underwear. 1818 is pretty fine to start. It could probably be even a little bit looser. So I'm not like massively concerned with the actual pants in this case, but that just kind of gives me freedom to like kind of like mess around a little bit. So there might be like a taper point, which would be a little bit different, but I'll just start like normal. We actually don't. I control D that one. That would work. That doesn't work very well. Just regular control R. Copy paste. And control R. Just kind of align all of these for now. Bottom. These two symmetry, no sewing. These symmetry, sewing, no sewing. To this side, front crotch, back crotch, leg area. Oops, nope, not that way. Leg to leg. Straight, nope. Straight up this way. I'll move these over, I guess. Okay, so some of the patterns are on top of each other, it looks like. I should have moved them in 3D first. Is this the set, these two? What? Okay. No, these are backwards or something. Hold on. Should have put them in 3D before I moved to the stitching. There we go. Okay, so a lot of pulling so far. They pulled these like way down. So let's see. So we're going pretty loose at the top, kind of. But that always ends up being a bit of a problem. But mostly there's like not enough room in the back area, I think. And this might be a little bit just too high. We're still simming. Just come down 2 on the crotch. It's a little low. Okay, so we are having this dipping here. I don't want to do any tapering or anything like that. Hopefully this can just like kind of stay up here if I pull on it enough. We could possibly need more fabric at this point too. So I'll start to pull these edges out the same. 2. This can get pretty loose up here actually. That would be fine. And then I'll do like, I'll either taper this point down or I'll just give the whole thing a taper. But I think it's actually like a kind of interesting idea to have an actual taper point. I've never done that before. And these would be the pants that need them. So we still want to do this. So that probably means something's a bit off in the fit somewhere. Like it feels like there's not enough fabric up and down, though I don't really want to change that so much here. It's probably that this is actually lower. On this one, that does kind of present a problem later, but it's probably this is like, oops. Okay, no snapping. No, there we go. 2. So we're gonna have different like inseams now, which is just makes stitching a little bit harder later. But I think that's what's gonna keep this up here. There's just like a wider circle. Plus I'm gonna eventually make it curved, which will get rid of some of this. What's up, original? So I'm just gonna I don't really like changing that inseam. That's gonna make stitching harder. But so with these ones, I'm gonna offset outline, just like whatever. Just need like a free internal line, which we didn't get, but Oh, good. Now, just kind of wanted to freestyle some pants today and put some floppy bits on there that didn't require changing the skeleton yet. I think these are both gonna taper, so let's say like 3 this way, 3 this way. It's gonna be way more than that. 3. Let's start something like this. This leg's not even gonna like make it back, is it? Oh, they're not stitched. They're not sewn together. This one's having like a real hard time, but there it goes. Okay, it's like another 3 for sure. These end up skin tight, if not even faster than this actually. And I'll start stitching these together. This is going to be... Are these together? So I think it's like this then. Is it just like the pant legs like this? Yeah, okay, that works. So I'm not exactly sure how like this like super aggressive... Wow, holy shit. How this like really aggressive. So it's actually more like these are tapering hard, and then like these are socks. These are straight. These are socks here. They're not even tapered like this. It's kind of weird how that would even connect, to be honest. Like they are completely separate. So with that in mind, I think this is not the right approach, unless we want the like the. Nah, not really. Okay, so this isn't the way I want to do this. So. Let's do a cut, just regular cut, yeah. And we'll just do this a bit differently. So these are just like regular tapering until like kind of well below the knee. Something around there. And then they're just socks, like just the top of socks too, like this. And then these can be like really tight. Oops, okay, we'll do, how are these sewn? I don't know if these are going to be symmetrical with sewing or not. Where is this? This one? Oh no, these still aren't paired up. How did this happen? Okay. Let's see, so does this sew here? This one here. Cool. They're a little like offset funny, but not gonna sew. Oh no. Not gonna sew great. So those will be very tight like socks. Too tight, and we're gonna bring them higher, but that's actually fine. And then we're just like having some like really aggressive sewing this way. And then we gotta bring the whole thing up and kind of widen these out a little bit. So let's make these all, I mean, they're all exactly the same, but symmetrical. Oh no, not like that. Symmetric here, symmetrical here. Let's take these ones, just open those up. I should eventually frozen the waist belt, but this will kind of do it too actually. Just pull it back up for now. But at a certain point, I need to freeze the waist because it's like never gonna. As soon as there's like anything pulling on it, it's gonna lose itself. Okay, so we just like don't have enough fabric, I guess. It was like kind of stable before, but now it's like clearly not. Oh, it's mostly this. This needs to make it over like the hump of the calf. That's what's holding it down. So these eventually will freeze too. Like those are like skin tight stuff, and then so is the belt kind of, and like everything in between can kind of happen. However, So I really just do not have the fabric I need here, but at the same time it would be good to keep this like kind of not baggy in the crotch area for rigging. Looks like I'm gonna have a hard time holding that. We need more radius here. So it's probably time to start doing this. Or should have done it earlier, but I'll do it here. These are like really, really steep. But there, now we have enough. We got a bunch of extra fabric there. I'm just gonna make these too long, and then I'll cut them off as they intersect into the shoes, because the shoes are like so tight they really can't have much material. So I'll just make the too long, and we'll cut them off in Maya to help when I get to the intersect. So this isn't on anyone, but I think it's something like this. And so the thing is, like, they're much wider at the top, and this is what I can never figure out how to do with Marvelous. So, okay, we gotta get some space between these. Like, these are, it's like, I'm gonna freeze these, I guess, for now. Freeze them, and then align the bottoms. Well, like, this is, like, really wide somehow. 4, and it might be something like this. Like there's a here versus that being wide up there. I'm not positive about that though. That's gonna start bringing wrinkles here. Okay, we're still pulling down on that, even though it froze. I just froze it in like the wrong place. I'm gonna try that like diamond taper. So to even try to attempt this evenly, we'll say it at like kind of like the widest part being here, something like that. Let me click on it, cancel. I mean, there's the butt area too, but it's kind of like here, here-ish. It's like the widest. Something that was like about 12 actually. Oh no, 10. 10. Maybe I'll say 12. So even 12 on this side. 12 split here, and then pull this part out, which could be the same then, like this, like, seems like a lot. 6. Oh, that's interesting. It's definitely not what I want, but it's interesting. Nah, that's not how it goes. Could taper it. That's almost like what I'm expecting for when I start drawing like actual pockets. This would be a way to like get that to happen naturally. This is gonna deform crazy. I think these are, I don't know. It's the more stuff I make, it's like, it's just better to, if you could just ZBrush it, it's gonna be better. Just like control the shape all the way. It's probably a mistake to draw from the 2Ds anyway. I should start looking at what these actually look like on 3D. Yeah, they're not even that baggy, but okay. So I think that's a mistake. I'm gonna undo that. Is a no good. But I will pull these sides out like 4 to start. Which I think that wasn't straight. 4 on all, just to give this be like a little baggier up here. It's mostly showing up as wrinkles this way. So the next place to add bagginess, I'm gonna align all these. Or explosion the model. Just to add bagginess in this direction. 10 seems like a lot. 6. Oh, I should have froze these. Oops, let me undo. Okay, so they're gonna start to gather here, which is not exactly how I want this to be, but... Okay, so at this point for these pants, I think I'm gonna go trim hardware on this part, just like immediately. Make them slightly darker, I guess. So slightly darker. preset trims all the way at the bottom. I thought. There it is. Okay. It's pretty much like strengthening them. Oh, we're still simming. And now it's hard to see the pattern in 2D, but let's see. Really thought that logo was mine then. I don't know what you mean. I need to unfreeze and get this set up better. I guess I'll do that right now. We have like all this extra slack now. Before they were like pulling. Oh shit. Okay, it's kind of a wobbly, wobbly waistband now, but interesting. Let's see. So I don't know how much chaos I'm trying to have, like not cloth sim, but like how much like wrinkles I want to like chuck into the primary on this one. Something like that. That's kind of fine. Kind of an ugly shape though. I mean, up here it's kind of a mistake to have it like that. I'm gonna put it back, but I have it if I want to like try it on. It's like a half strength and when you trim hardware, but like I feel like these they do gather at the bottom. This one has a lot like this. Once we up the resolution on this, it's gonna start getting a lot more. I'll say this is rough anyway. I'm not this part of the pants isn't like really the part I'm too worried about at the moment. So I'm gonna just like directly connect the straps to the pants. I'm not gonna do the whole like buckle clasp thing because that would have to be like a skin joint to look right. I'm just gonna like directly attach it and just gonna see how that goes. Let's see. So how big are these straps? Something I'm gonna say like. It would be cool for them to be kind of big, so maybe like 6 centimeters, like too large. If they're too small, it's not gonna be very good for the Chaos Cloth sim. I can't imagine. So if I did something, can I right click now? 6 seems like a lot out of say, but let me see 6. Seems like a very large strap. We got on both sides, that's nice. And then I'll put them on the back too. So this is kind of like randomly placing these. Oops, that's a crazy angle. 6. Okay, so we got connection points. And then I'll draw just a regular old rectangle that is 6 by something 40. Longer, I don't really know. But it's probably much longer than that actually, yeah. Let's go find where that is. So which side is this? This side? So like this will say, well, it's actually, it's probably like an over-the-shoulder strap that fell down. But then they're really styled to always be down. So like this is the top in that case. So we'd sew it like here. And then this is either the flip. Oh, it's either here or here. I don't know which one it is. I'm going to just guess. This is also a top layer. So that's going to need to be here. 1. Let's see if I flipped it. No, that's about right. Okay. Just much longer. What was it originally? 40? So I'll make it like double that, like 80. It's way more than that still probably. So it's gonna move like this though. It's gonna be like clothy, whereas I feel like in game we'd actually want it to be more. I think rigid body would be pretty good for this, but again, the test today is for it to be trim hard with this. Probably just straight strength it needs to be honest, but let us keep it strength. You know, chaos only, no rigging, no skidding needs to happen. The question is in like when we first bring it out, is that it might want to be out here. So when I get this done, I might like kind of like pin freeze this out so that it starts the sim out here like that. Like it's not going to want to start on the leg. But we'll see. So make another one. Just straight. I mean, I guess I could copy Control R, put them next to each other. Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, I would have taken the stitching. Actually, did it do the stitching? I don't think so. No. So that's this outer to this one's inner, I think. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna scoot these ones in a bit. Still symmetry. Just like design-wise, like a little bit closer to like the middle. Okay. So there's like the suspenders, or at least like the beginning meshes of it. Like to get like the technical version, we do like a D-ring into a clasp into like a connecting into this, which we would still use this mesh, and then this would be a joint. It's like it would move just like an actual regular joint, but then we'd have to skin it with like a rigid body in there. But that is a future test, is rigid body into chaos cloth. That I feel like that probably won't. They move pretty differently, but it might be cool for like certain things. So you know, the main thing is like, okay, let's chaos cloth sim this. That's pretty much the what if. But then I thought it would be cool to do these at the same time. Might as well just kind of get them both tested out of the way. Should I do this? Well, we basically are doing this. This one connects down. Just trying to find one like I don't see many examples where you do both and it like looks good. But it seems like you kind of have a cargo pocket, then it has like two straps coming down. That's pretty much like an idea. And the strap sometimes comes off of like the middle of a cargo pocket. I'm good with this ref, I get it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I see here. So it would be like a buckle. We'd have like a 3D buckle that kind of hides the transition. You could put this over the transition to chaos cloth. So yeah, it's basically two straps at the size of where cargo pockets would be. So I might make these a little bit shorter. Oh, it says original. Oh, okay. I see. That's funny. Yeah, then the other aspect of this is like the cuts and like putting text on it and stuff like that, like big, bold, non-serif fonts. So it's like there'd be a cargo pocket like under this, and then the straps would be down. I'm just gonna start connecting straps to start, and then that's most of the tests. Like I know how to make cargo pockets, but I'm not sure that's what I want to do right now. So we'll put them like this way, 6 on this side. Can I get a snap to this here? Yeah. 6 on this side. And then each one of these gets one of these like strap situations. So I could probably dupe this one and just make it shorter. 35 is 35 for now. So this one sews here. These don't really have any like symmetry stuff going on. I guess I'll do it over here or not. Might take a second for them to fly into place over there, but there they go. So like, what if we cloth sim this, right? Basically. And this is freaking out back here. It'll find this way. Just use a turn around. Yeah. I feel like it would go pretty well. We would cloth sim basically a row or two down. And then we would hide this transition with a buckle or a clasp or D-ring it. Some sort of like hardware. And then these connection points are regular skinned. These are regular skinned. Oops. Right. And like, I think this is like a pretty good example where chaos would just look great. It's just like all this free extra secondary, and this should just be like regular skinned basically, and even add more sculpting and stuff into it. I think these connection points are too high, possibly. Well, it's actually kind of right at the knee, but they're still a little high, so I'm gonna bring them down, make them maybe a little shorter. Yeah, they're also a little bit thicker, but I think that in general for games is gonna be better. Cut down 4 height on all of them. So like the pocket would be like here. I think it's still even a little bit lower actually. like if that's where like the cargo pocket is, they're like right at the bottom of it. I think 6 is, I might bring these to 4, leave these 6, let this go, and then I can bring these wider. I'm gonna come down even further. Another 4. And then make them a little bit shorter. And then I'm gonna bring them all in a bit. Oops. Can I do this all at once? I think I can. I can do this. Let's see what, wait, which one am I moving? If I do them like this will be all of them at once. Oops, we'll move it in 2, making them all 4. If I grab all of these sides and do the same thing, 2, now we have 4 centimeter strips on this one, and then still 6 up here. Maybe the 6 is obnoxious though. Yeah, they're shiny too. That's another thing, is like we make them a bit shiny. I wasn't going for like any like color callouts, but I think the all black is a thing, and then I might put some text on the sock part. Guess what text? Oh, the original. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, we're gonna make Unreal Engine ones though. Yeah, okay, so 6 is a bit obnoxious now that I'm looking at it. I'm gonna try 5, but maybe 4 is okay. So they're 5ers now. And they can be longer, because especially this part. I guess 4 is really the better look. That's what this top one is too. Like, that's just too thick. Doesn't look right. A little concerned with cloth simming something that small, but I guess it depends on how many subdivisions we put in there. Thinking like 4 by whatever that turns out to be. That might be too many, but that's what I would start at. Just 1. So that's 4 all the way around now. I'll make these a bit longer. Just put these all together. Like wherever down here. Just gonna have to retopple all of these at some point, but luckily this whole thing is basically just squares. It's not too difficult. This doesn't like really go with the aesthetic flows I'm making at the moment, but oh well. Wanted to continue testing chaos stuff that would be good. Okay, so this part's needs to be more in the front too, now that I'm looking at this. Arbitrarily come towards the center. Kind of like if they were up, this would be like a reasonable place to pull them from. Okay, so the next problem is actually that if there's a shirt over this, that's a problem. Like, we'd have to commit now to like either shirtless or a tucked in shirt, which I don't have tucked in shirts for this, so he's just topless for this case. But if, you know, a lot of the Techwear stuff, like the shirts are like down here, they're like huge. We couldn't do that. Well, the shirt list needs to at least needs to end before these start, because they would collide. I think we're tapering harder. But anyway, the shirt, maybe these start lower, or maybe you wear them lower. That might be it too. They're not so like such a highway situation. Guess it kind of depends. I don't have a shirt to go with this, but yeah, like, see, like there's kind of just like a bag, like kind of a lowish fit. Like the shirt's like down here, but that's a problem here. Well, this would just be a shirtless version of it. Even the tank top's gonna at least come to there. I guess you need to see like a whole outfit that I would need to. It's kind of why the bottom ones are safer for sure. These are for sure safe. Obviously, like if I put like a shirt that goes like down to there. Yeah, well, this is just like a specific example, I guess then. So these feel a little bit too close together right now. That was 2? Okay, sure. Somehow we're snapping to something, I don't know what, but just gonna give these some space. And I feel like when you start the sim, they want to be like out here. They want to be like this, and then they fall down. Versus starting in here, they could be like in the collision, which is not helpful. And there's going to be like, these will slip, like it will like go inside the pants every once in a while. It's getting unavoidable. So cargo pockets would like kind of finish it. I mean, finishing the whole thing, give it like belt loops and stuff like that, but it's not really today's study. It's mostly just like, okay, top of these real quick, put chaos on this, done. So the thing is, we probably don't want these like going all the way up here. They'll go all over the place. But the question is, this is a partial cloth sim. So where on this do we start that cloth sim? Like right here? If we do start it here, then it has to be down. So these are going to move kind of funny. I'm not really sure how it's going to go. These I feel like I know how that's going to go. But like these, they're going to be like kind of always looking down is the thing at the moment. So as they flop up, it's like what I was saying before is like we would need like a joint added to the pelvis for this interaction so that this could move like kind of rigidly up and down, and then at the end of it it's chaos. So you'd have like kind of a slightly more restrained joint action here, and then this thing's just like fully flapping in the wind, but this part's like a little more controlled. For this case, we don't really have that. I'm gonna move these a little further into, I think we're in the back already. Yeah. 2 more centimeters. Just be a little bit more centered. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more slack here. I don't know how that's gonna affect this, but we'll see. I'm gonna taper a little bit more too. So that was 6. It's gonna give us more bagginess here that I can kind of like scoot up here a bit. That might have been too much, but we'll see. I'm trying to have this just be like primary baggy, like a lot of wrinkles. Just been like the opposite of what I've been trying to do. I can kind of chill gravity out a little bit as well. That's like another thing I've seen people do to have the wrinkles gonna hold a bit more. I'm also gonna turn up the body friction now to 1, and I might weft them in a bit. And then the fabric, of course, is not like necessarily the final. So 95 will shrink them in towards the body a little bit. And we're a little more frictiony. So what's cool about this is that I could finish this entire thing super high poly, because it's mostly a regular skinning situation. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep wefting this to get the rest of the fit and then find the fabric I want. Go 90. I think these will. This might look a little funny, because like this top point should be a joint, but I was trying to find like another example that would like look pretty good. Oops. And I just want like it's like the opposite of what I normally go for. I want like a lot of wrinkles. Maybe that's why I'm building these. I was like, okay, I've been building these like really like very tight fitting clothes, and they're skinning great and whatnot, but now like just today is like a weekend thing. I just want to like try the opposite and go like stupid high poly, just stick some more chaos stuff on it. So we're like wrinkling the F out of these, like probably too much, but just kind of starting here. Okay, so I'm gonna switch up material. We have trim. Let's see what trim looks like on these now that we have like all of this. That might be it. This might be fine for trim when we turn it up. It's controlled wrinkly though, at least in my opinion. Like it'll be controlled looking for me. Like I know I can have this stuff come through. So this is like very wrinkly. I don't like these ones, are kind of annoying to get rid of, but they're there. So uber wrinkly. I'm not doing the cargo pocket, like whatever. The thing is like the cloth symbols start with them down, so like these we don't want them to move too much. These ones can just do whatever they want. They're just gonna be flapping all over the place. Half done up dungarees? I'd have to Google that. I don't know what that means. And today I'm not gonna do, but like tomorrow I kind of want to do like a full pants construction, and I might make like running shorts, like really really short running shorts, with proper constructions that will put the compression pants under it, which is like a look. And then like the main thing after this would be to like add like cool cuts and color changes and text and just design parts and do the pocket. But there's like the overall idea. Kind of what my next set's gonna probably be after I do all these like really tight athletic clothes. I'm gonna go probably in this direction and just planning out like, okay, it'll be pretty cool to have like, you know, lots of secondary animation for free that you don't have to animate. That's kind of the idea. Combined with like the kind of dancey-ish like mocap stuff I'm putting together, I think they go together real well. Okay, that's looking pretty decent. So that's like the base, and then you can design into it, but that's like the base outfit overall. I was gonna taper a little bit, but it's actually settled pretty well. But I was gonna taper these a little harder. Still might just a little bit. They really do have that like kind of like military taper kind of vibe. That was an unknown amount. Let's do like 4. Yeah, it just like tightens them up even more, which is not bad. Because even though I made them wrinkly, they're still like low-key really tight. Because I still need to rig this area, so we don't want them to be like too crazy. But I have all these like primary wrinkles now. That might have been too much. That's why I like to measure it. I'm gonna back out. That was 4. I'll just do 2. This is like ripping. It's so tight here, but we'll get it back. These, once I unfreeze it. But I want these to be like tight. Okay, I don't want over on that one. The backs of these are gonna bend real funny. I don't mind taking some of the slack like a little higher. Once I go up into res, we're not gonna be able to control these wrinkles at all. It's just like whatever we get. Okay, certainly like a different fit than I normally go for. And a lot of this, we just don't have the resolution to hold like this little tiny line. It might be smart to move these away from the waistline, because yeah, how am I supposed to like, I might move these all down. Like a good amount away from like that waistline. Just do them one by one. Come down like 3 or something. How bad does it look in the front? I think that's fine for the look. We're not gonna have like a 3D connection point on them, so it's just like magically sewn in there. So it's not like the most believable joint up there, but we want to kind of like get away from the waistline a little bit. It's making this like half a centimeter line there. It's not good. Looks like that's my snap to it. Yeah, like that's what kind of topology am I going to put in there to hold that, right? That's not going to work out very well. At that point, I might as well just like attach it to the waist. But I want it to be this thing where it's like slightly under. Like there would be a D-ring joint. Like this would actually be lower, but I think considering how it is now, it's fine. It's fine to have this be no wrinkles and stuff. That's gonna make things easier. And wrinkles right at it's like flat for the thigh and wrinkles at the knee. Like usually looks kind of good. That's not exactly what I have, but it's kind of the idea. Yeah, I have it back here more than I have it in the front. But we gotta turn up anyway. Gotta turn up the res in a second. Something like that. Maybe it's like a little too wrinkly, but we'll see. I can always just like straight strengthen. Now that we have like this much slack in here, I could just strengthen the whole thing at this point. And I might strengthen the final straps and pull them out a little bit, the bottom ones. 5 seems like this is going to be pretty rough, but... And these need to be released for like a second. They're not like even properly over the legs. Get yourself out. There you go. Okay, that's enough. I'll come mess with these later. I need to wef these. Hold on. I'm going to wef these like a lot, like 90. Sim for a second. There they go. Okay. Freeze. Real wrinkly. This is going to take a lot of res. Don't hold these. Because we're taking the whole wrinkle, not like low polying it. Taking the whole jam. You know what might help a little bit? Having the pocket really does stabilize like this part. I don't really want to draw a pocket though. Let's see, how can I get this cut in a known way? So if I do something like split, let's get like a round number here at 47. What are these? When I click this, what's this number doing? It's like, maybe it's a percentage of length or something like that. It's not integers. 40? I'll split 40 and then split whatever that is. 15? Okay. Make a 15 cargo pocket opening. So this was split at 40. I don't know what direction, but probably that. 40. Split again here at 15. And I'm just gonna freestyle internal lines for what a cargo pocket would kind of be. Mostly for strengthening that area. Just like anti-wrinkle basically. Go a little over that. I mean, we could at this point cut in the... So it's a little bit more in the back in this case. I gotta chill that out. Oops, not like that though. Come a little bit more in the front. I'll kind of like unwrinkle that area a tiny bit. They're not lining up. And we have a different waistline, which at this point actually was like kind of a mistake. But okay, we would like cut them off and then strengthen it to kind of unwrinkle that area a bit. That's not really helping me too much. These are insanely wrinkly. I might back this out a little bit. Now that I'm looking at the final. This is going to mess with these lines a little bit, but I'm going to bring this up straight like 5. And then it's going to like, you know, pull the slack down a little bit. Have slightly less wrinkles. Though we're at res 5 now, so this is like kind of chaotic to do this here. I'm going to res these back down to 20 so I can move them a little bit. But then like how much goes away when we do that. But yeah, I'm going to move the wrinkles up a little bit this way. Like floating out here. These are like 20, I think, is what's going on. These just take a long time to sim all this physics going on. Just pull these up a little bit. Basically want the wrinkles at the knee level. If I was gonna sculpt them in, I'd like stay pretty smooth down here and then just like right here and back here. And we kind of have for free already this wrinkle. It's not like the best in the world, but something to start with. Okay, I'm gonna bring these back. The straps don't need to really be 20s, even ever, but this one kind of does. This kind of shape does, but these ones don't. They can be just straight. Take those to 5. I'm doing full trim hardware, so there's nothing stiffer than this. This is like other than strengthening, which I might try. I'll let this sim out and then I'll just try to strengthen them straight up. There's like so much wrinkles in them already. Like I could probably still have something left. That's not what I want. Okay, so I wonder how bad this would be. Because we have a 26 going into an 18, so there's like a lot of gather, like here. This is the wrong stage to do this in, unfortunately. But what if I bring this back towards like, oh, and we have these stupid cargo pockets now. I'm gonna cut those out. Those aren't helping at this point. That didn't even do what I wanted. Though it kind of actually did. It seems like it kind of flats this area out a bit. Well, let's see. What if I do it this way? These are now like not symmetrical is the other problem, but I'll shrink them on there. If I bring this in towards like 4, seems like a lot actually. Oh, so now I've actually done the taper thing I was considering. So 18 to 22 will reduce the slack that's up here. Though we're at like 5 subdivisions, right? So this could take a little while. We still kind of have this like, I don't like this diagonal that's coming through here. So this stuff's like getting tighter now, like really tight. Too tight. No, I don't like it when I undo. It's kind of fine. See if I can get past. No, I have to resim. with skin tight stuff, I obviously skip this whole phase of like getting the wrinkles in like an aesthetic place. Just like, we out. But now it's, I gotta sit here all day. And then like eventually I like have to commit to like which ones I'm gonna actually keep. So I think it's still kind of tight right here. And these really thin wrinkles is why I went to trim, because we can't keep those. I'm gonna try like a full solidify on this. That might kill the fake cargo pockets I have started. S-curve the line on the outside of the pants, both front and back patterns. S-curve it, huh? Like S it out like this, like this way. Oh, I froze it. I'm going to strengthen it. I keep freezing it. Is it... Okay, I like forget the hotkeys apparently. We're still simming. It's not good. Is H, I think. Yeah, I do want this to be like... So you mean like this? You can see that. Thing is, we can't... I can't hold that one. But not sharp. Interesting. I should try that. I'm not really... I don't really want this. This poof. Huh. I've never tried that. I'm gonna kill these pockets. Though at this point, they're actually doing what they're supposed to do, is like keep this flat, which was for the thing to land on it. But so if we put actual cargo pockets in there, this would be doing it. But I'm just gonna kill these for now. Oh, did that move? Well, actually, once I delete them, it won't matter. It'll redraw it through here. So it's gonna be tough to merge these back together, but I'll just split this kind of arbitrarily, like at like 20. This one here at 20. And then we'll break them both out like this. So, I mean, we're already not symmetrical front and back, so. Yeah, I guess I didn't do it like round before, so it was kind of like they made like little pyramids on the side. We got to drop back to like 20. We're on 5 right now. Everything takes, this could take so long. I'm gonna, wait, hold on, let's get back to 20. But like, yeah, so I mean, it does do that, I see. But like way less, I guess. And probably a little lower. Or just lower, because if I just do it lower, that same amount of curve isn't as crazy. That's interesting. It's still a bit much, so it's probably this curve then. Where is it? Yeah, too sharp. Yeah, it was. I think I need to start tapering in a little bit then. I see, like it's almost like I'm actually gonna just kill this. It's kind of like just this. Like just to see, I mean, I guess we could taper back in, but just like that, just like having this open up down here. Because I guess it's okay for it still to be like kind of like that here. So this is back in 20. So when I go to 5, it's gonna just wrinkle more, even though I'm still like strengthened. We're strengthening trim hardware too. This is like absolute rubber. So let me just unstrengthen. So yeah, these like, I think it's this line here is like making this bunch up like that. I'd rather this be flat here if possible, but that's this is, I think this is kind of bunching it up. This is fine now. This is pretty good. And now I want the cargo pockets back to stop it from wrinkling here. This is close-ish. And then in like finals, I'll do like the pockets and these things there. Okay. So for the cloth sim, I think these need to stay down because like this is like their natural gravity bind pose. But then these could be brought up. It probably doesn't super matter though. Like, they should kind of just be like straight up from like where, kind of like where they're pointing, which is why I wanted them to be like a little bit more lay flat. These also don't need to be, I'm gonna bring these to like 10 or something, just like kind of chill them out a little bit. I could try to do something where it's probably not worth it, but like just start them up, like take this one up here and then freeze it. Just like freeze it up here for the bind. Right, just freeze this one. It's actually kind of a weird angle. I need to straighten it out. But get these kind of like straight out so that they have like a better chance to kind of fall down in the sim without tugging on the pants like too much over there. Something like this maybe. And then their final shape, obviously, is just like chaos. You know, the chaos cloth will take over. But just have them start away from the leg collision so they're not like immediately in it. Though I don't think they are. This one borderline is. This one's going to always clip back into the calf, probably. It's going to be hard to hold that. But I don't know. It's just a thought for this kind of, this particular thing. Though, what's it called? The Echo's cape, they didn't do this to it. But you do see this in some like kind of rigid body stuff, is that like they actually start like way out and then they fall down, like the ponytail, with the cyber ponytail reference that they show in the rigid body talk. Like that Paragon character, they start them out here. So I'm just kind of taking that idea for the chaos stuff. These ones, however, we want to keep them down, and like we don't want them. We want these to be pretty stiff. They'll move. Like, we want them to move like, you know, like like this far, like really, really stiff. And I don't want them up here to like get inverted badly. And then this will never move like that either. So these ones are a lot more like rigid, ideally. I don't like this, but I'm not really sure how to get rid of it at this point. But yeah, I'd be interested to see how this chaos cloths. That's pretty much it. Fortunately, these are asymmetrical, which is like super not worth it. But we do have a slightly better fit there. Just makes my life harder. Did I hit sim by accident? I think I saved the whole time because this is just kind of like a random thing. But weekend experiment. Put it in here. I'll just pretend like it's part of this kit, though it's not really. But I'll just call it pants 4, whatever. Has some interesting wrinkles. So we're gonna go like stupid high poly on this part, and then these luckily they're just like straps, like they're these rectangles. Have to kind of back off on it. Obviously, we can't have that be too high. But yeah. So is everyone 5? We'll take everything to 5. Why not? Hit sim real quick. Though those are frozen. I think this would be pretty cool. And I don't know about these, but these should survive everything. Like something like that should survive like almost all the animations I have currently for testing. Okay, so we're simmed at 5, pretty smooth, like somewhat interesting, like ZY folds going in here is like a big X, you know. This is like the crotch fold. It's kind of weird, but it'll get kind of like less intense as I take this through the process. Yeah, okay. So let's get all the UVs lined up. and go to the Maya. In fact, I could pull these out a little bit, but I'm gonna just see how this goes. We'll see. Actually, I'm kind of concerned with it. Actually, I kind of think that maybe I should pull them up like a little bit. There's also a chance that like I don't chaos these and it would still look fine, and you would still it still would kind of look like they're chaos. So I'll leave them like this because like in a neutral state, this is how I'd want it to sit. Looks pretty fine. Let me see what strengthening this actually looks like. Get them even, like more rigid. It's pretty subtle, but we want this curve to be kind of like believable. So I'll leave them strengthened before I get out of here. Not a lot changing without like dragging them up or something like that. So I'll make that the final tweak. But those we might not even have to rig them, though. It would be cool to have some secondary on them, but especially if like a shirt goes over that or something, we'll just skin those normally, and it would kind of, because they're away from the body a little bit, it'll still look like they're cloth solving, just not as floppy. Export, and I'm gonna dull down. I'm gonna like dampen like crazy the cloth sim on these two. That's the plan. FBX. Now we do this one. MD to Maya. Pants 4. Oh, it's looking organized in here. I like it. Not in the Unreal Engine file. That file is crazy right now. Pants type 401. This is like sim 01. Yep. Except the axis is flipped, but it doesn't matter. And then going to unfreeze everything. Reset to 2D. Get this one out and then undo and save. It's gonna be this one, is the flat one. Yep. Undo, undo. Freeze that stuff again, freeze it again, there we go. And save this, and this is the only one I need. I'm gonna take a quick picture of this. It's like this is like the test. This gray pattern's not helping too much, but okay. So I'm back to making baggy pants. But tight in the right places so rigging's not like an absolute nightmare. Which I remember, like, I don't remember when, but I was like, oh, it would be good if I could, like, sim it baggy here, and then, but not baggy there, and I kind of sort of have that sorted now. Still for certain pieces, it's like, it's such a pain to trick Marvelous to get the fit. It's like, I should just ZBrush it. I just can't, though. I'm just so bad at ZBrush. Okay, so I think we're chilling now. I keep saving over and over again. I'll leave it open just in case I exported something wrong. They're just black. I need to remember to make the straps like a little shiny. That's like the main difference that I see. But we could just put like some like kind of generic material on it. Overall, kind of dark, but I don't want to make it too dark because then you can't see the folds. So, but that is the look for sure. It's much black and then like a yellow or red, like caution colors or something. I think kind of yellow looks good. Black and yellow, or black and just black on white on black. Actually, I mean it's the same way I've been doing all these. I'll probably do black. I'll drop an Unreal Engine logo on there somewhere, and on the socks, leave the sock UVs pretty squared out. How fast can I get these retopoed? They look pretty straightforward. A lot of rectangles. bunch. Okay. UV is good. Topo time. Maya pants 4. Nice. MTN pants type 4. Really not a lot to say about these ones. Pretty standard. I'm gonna still go for the thing is, okay, so let me go look at the 3Ds real quick. So the thing is, like, these are, let me see how baggy they are is the question. Like, do I still, so it actually doesn't matter how baggy they are. When this leg comes forward, it's still gonna deform here. So we still want this line. The problem is that if I take this to like the full high poly, we have all these folds. So like this line, it's still folding, but it's kind of weird because there's other folds in it. Like, so I think I'm still gonna do the leg topology. It's like the diaper topology or whatever. Like, it's like the abdomen topology. I think it's still correct to do that. The thing is, we're cutting diagonally across like horizontal folds, so it's kind of like it's a weird, because like if we were to topo this like in 3D, holy f, we would follow these lines. It's like, oh, okay, here's the top of a fold, here's the inside of a fold, they come together into a triangle, and you do that all the way through, and then what you get is like a nice bake from the shape. But will that move correctly? That's the question. So part of the, ooh, that's fine though, but ooh, I should have done these at 20. These ones, not these don't matter. I should have done them all at 20. Huh. Well, we'll see how this goes. This, I might not be able to hold this shape correctly. I thought we have a decent amount. We'll see. Should have done this at 20. So this experiment is kind of like, okay, well, like the fold topology should be like, oh, like this way, this way, this way, this way. But like, I know this leg bends right here. So what if we just ignore that and just like butt like right over it? Because that's what I'm gonna do. And even though they're like loose and have wrinkles, they're still pretty tight to where this is gonna bend. So like a dress or something where it's like, I don't know, like out here or something. Like it came out like this. It's still pretty much the leg shape in there. So I'm still gonna put that like regular, or that like that leg fold topology in there. Let's see. And so I made them different. The crotch is going to be kind of chaotic to put back together, but they're very similar. So once I get this one, I'll just plop it over here and kind of like retrofit it. Just like fit it on there. Probably should just fought to keep them the same, but then I did those curves asymmetrically too, so. Oh well. Live. I don't have any internal lines to really follow. I didn't end up keeping any of them. And I'm gonna go like really high topology on this one, so that I can hold those wrinkles. Though I'm not really planning on ZBrushing this one. I'm just gonna kind of give it like a generic finish, and then just want to see the chaos cloth on it. But I think making a bunch of like Techwear outfits with like there's all these like strap variations and stuff like that, and then for like cross, you know, for like different backpacks and stuff to give those like physics, those are gonna have to be rigged. So I can maybe pull those off as externals. But if there's like a strap connected to it that like stays stuck to the body while like other parts would bounce up and down, then that's a bone. That's gonna be like how Echo's bag on her hip works, or any properly rigged strap backpack situation. So that would be like a more advanced one. I'm not quite doing those yet. So that's kind of my next step from like a tech point of view. Like this stuff I've kind of, I think tech wise I have it sorted. Like aesthetically it can always get better, but. Okay, so I remember yesterday being really happy with how I did the back, but the front was a little scuffed coming out of here. That's a bad idea. So in this case, I'm gonna come from this loop and break out maybe around here, something like this. And this forces that triangle here, star there. And follow this. It seems pretty steep to come in here for some reason. So I'll come to this third one. We'll start angling down. So these kind of meet back up in the middle somewhere and sort out how the rest of this needs to kind of come together. So this is holding for the leg, even though there's like folds like wow, like all over the place. Like we're gonna go so high top of that we'll take a lot with us. So in this case, this gives me a right angle into a 45, or however we want to think about this. So we start splitting it in half here. Whereas these can continue just to be, it could just stay low like this, like all the way across. It's to the point where it breaks, which is about here. So is this another split to hold this one? We'll see. This can just go straight across. This can just go, that's a square already. The thing is this line won't seam up very nicely. So we could start reducing at a certain point. Or just see how this one ends up. This could be a square, this is a square, and then a triangle. This would technically be a finish. Kind of a weird one, but not the most even. I like these two, but I don't like this middle one so much. Let's see, could I reduce this down, or how can I finish this? If I go this way, that's kind of nice. It just loops right through. And then I could collapse this edge here and go a little bit low poly, and then find like some like extra loops that I could put together for free. These are not merging for some reason. This is like really weird. I feel like we're in a bugged state or something. Oh, I see. This is on B. We were selecting both with one. So I'll just collapse this edge and then see if there's like a extra loop I can put back together. It's a star right in the middle. Kind of weird, but it's not bad. If I like redistribute this and then maybe add like a little bit more topology to the top here. So who could use an extra loop, this way or this way? Let's see. It's definitely one or the other. I don't want to loop into that. I don't really need more here. I guess I just need this. It's kind of an odd one, but seems like the best for what I got going right now. So we'll see how this solve ends up. I'm sure it'll be fine. And it's kind of chaotic because there's so many wrinkles, so it'll be hard to really tell. Let's kind of smooth this out. And we are going to a waistband, so we don't have to get like perfectly square up or anything like that. It's not bad. So star. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but like this. Actually, it's pretty. This one's nice. This is like a kind of a wide crotch situation, but it's kind of good. Would be nice if this was maybe more like here over, but I think it should work out fine. Oh, we got a whole ass leg. At least we cut it off down here. Just like matching it down here is gonna be kind of a mess. And this will actually smooth itself out as I put this back together. So I don't really feel like this needs two lines, though this is extremely wrinkly, so trying to get to squares would be probably a good idea. Wow, we're very high poly very quickly. So I'm just finishing super high, like almost double what I feel like I normally do. So after the second smooth, we're probably done. I was actually expected to do 3, but I think just in this phase, if I hit like a pretty high count, it'll hold, but there's a lot of wrinkles in this. So cutting in half like immediately here, and then just chase this all the way through, and then we have to keep this vertical. And that's the tricky part. And then the rest is a grid, and just matching it on the other side. It would be good to have verts specifically to receive these in here. The internal lines are in there, but I think it's gonna be fine either way. So getting a little bit wide here, so we probably need another loop at the bottom like this already. So at a certain point, this is gonna get too wide, and we're approaching that like pretty much right now. Let's see as we go. We're gonna have to cut into this, which is gonna jam all this like topology in here in a weird way. Into there. Yeah. Okay. We could reduce this down, but like, I mean, we're stretching this already like really far. But we could start turning it actually. So if I want to finish this like I could finish this way, and instead of keeping it like a square, like kind of start pushing it this way too. It should be like this, so we kind of meet it up in this direction. If I just reduce this, that's not bad. Once we like smooth everything out. And then I'll just kind of add some topology there if I need to. But this is the side of the leg at this point. I think it's not too bad. As far as like where it's gonna bend right, kind of like here-ish. Yeah, I had a kind of similar shape yesterday, so this is like a little bit different. These are just, it's gonna be tough to merge that on the other side. So I'm still gonna need to go to ZBrush to like polish, but not planning on like sculpting anything over there. These will actually even themselves out fine. I don't need to mess with this too much. It's a bit of a weird one, and it's again not following the fold topology, but the idea is to go for the deformation. The whole thing is curved on the side. Let's do this. Connect like 12 maybe. That's pretty good. Okay, so we do spam back up down here, so it's trying to get these like slightly more even, make this better for me later. We have a lot of topology right now. So I can, it's unlikely to get a full span off, like actually breaking, but can happen. Up here too, it would be worthwhile to span this a little nicer. It's hard to see by eye though. Should be pretty close. Okay, so I'm gonna this seam here, but this point's lower, so it's gonna be kind of weird. And I guess I will go for the butt topology, even though it's not skin tight, but it's still like generally a good idea because we're gonna still copy skin weights, so still pretty much using the same weighting. Okay, so time for duplicate. Looks like I can register the bottom pretty close, at least on this axis. And it's not that bad of a fit back. That's not the easiest one. Okay. So I should probably just take like this chunk, kind of like scale it. I'll get this kind of close, move this over. That was too much. So if I move this over like this, and then scale it this way and scale it back, something in here, then this needs to kind of like, this chunk needs to kind of like, ooh, we didn't want to move that. Hold on, I gotta undo. Okay, so it's gonna be really hard to register those back to get these together. It's gonna, I could break it. It's almost a full span. I should have left those the same. As long as span counts the same, and I can kind of force I'll kind of force match that one. So there's no like easy free way of doing this actually. If I have this like match, something like this, then move the rest by hand and do the what's it called? I'll just kind of like eyeball the matching on this one and just hope I can get it to merge back together. So this is the one that like kind of anchors all of it. I don't think that's gonna go super well if I don't redistribute this edge a little bit better. But in here it doesn't, this part doesn't matter. This can be however. Just like somewhat even. Just gotta get these all back in and then kind of eyeball the other side and then redraw the inside of the topology a little bit differently. And we're somehow longer. Slightly. Okay, so let me just like look at this roughly. Okay, so I have no way of register. I have no idea. I'm just gonna see. They're not even the same point. Yeah, I have no idea. We'll just leave this completely alone for the moment. So, what was good yesterday? I forget. I think it was it immediately coming out of this one? I think that worked out well yesterday. I think that's what I did. It's almost this line here actually. This is like pretty much it, kind of. Or this one's close. Oh, they're all very close. Actually, this one is it. It's just at the wrong angle. So either way I do this, I kind of have to redraw it. Or I should redraw it. Oh, we're not in Quadro, I see. So let me delete out these. Figure out where I want to draw this one. Okay, so it's just kind of about rerouting what's in here. And we can throw resolution up, down in here, but I can't throw it into the leg or into the side. Those are seamed sides. But everything else is pretty much free reign. I think we come right out of here. Like this. This is span down, but these pants are not so tight, so we don't need to like form fit the butt like as much. Goes this way. Goes up, kind of roughly matching what's going on here, and then I guess we're going to rejoin up here. So we'll draw 45 going down, and just kind of re-meet these two together. Draw a funny square there, something like this. Square already, triangle, can cut in half. Ooh, weird one. Could cut this in half to meet it. We'll see. So we're into 2-to-1. Is there a collapse that I can do for free? Just like that. Could lose an edge here, or I can't take an extra that way, so I think we just need to reduce this. I collapse this edge basically all the way down. It's kind of like a lot, or I'd have to like loop out or something, like take this that way. It's kind of weird. Probably losing this edge is the best. So I just collapse these all together. It's gonna make this star area kind of big. Oh no. Oh, we can go this way actually. This is fine. We can do this. That's fine. It's gonna end up here. We'll probably just snap this here right now. Let that one be finished. On this side again, triangle turns into 2 squares at a star. This one's just a right angle still. This looks like a 3. So. And then we drop this. This loop goes up. This loop goes into there. Those are both fine. We're going 3 into 4, so we're either going to have a collapse or an extra loop up, which is most likely this. We'll just take that one. And where were these going? I mean, it's up to me at this point. So 3. I don't really want a triangle. We could either take the extra loop or collapse. I think I'm going to take the extra. Oh, is this not a square? Wait. 3 to 4. Oh, so I still need an extra one if I do it this way? That seems like a lot. But... oh, okay. If I redistribute at the top, that works kind of fine for me. Just have a lot of extra loops in the back. But that happens every time I kind of reroute this stuff. Because it can either go up or that way, and I think up looks better. So I just end up with, I think I got like 3 or 4 more loops up here compared to the front. We're a little low this way, we'll see. So this is the butt. Kind of blindly placed though, I don't really know what's going on back there, like in 3D. But just generally this works out, at least for tight pants it works out pretty well. So I guess we'll kind of see. So it's kind of a weird meandering line through here. So the second span goes over like where the leg's gonna fold into the third span. Into the third span on the other side we go a little bit straight down where the side of the butt is roughly to under the butt into the second span, which is second span over here. So there's a loop from this through here. And then a single loop through the crotch, and then all the regular normal like leg cylinder loop areas. So it's only like a small variation, but it's made mostly for the deformations to do better from the copy skin weights. For running and kicking and anything where the leg goes up, crouching, squatting, lots of actions really. So we'll flip those and the rest are squares. We just have to match them. And the seaming is going to be hard here and then probably kind of rough there as well, but it'll happen. And these are whatever I want them to be for the cloth sim. So I don't know. I'll just do whatever. I'll just do 1 bias and then it'll end up 4 bias and maybe we'll reduce down to make the chaos solve a little bit less expensive. Though at the moment I'm just doing movie render cube version, so can't really tell how expensive it is anyway. This might not seam back together super well. Actually, this might not either. It's curved, so I have no idea. Hopefully it's enough though. It's not bad. Take this, not this, and flipping. Oh, almost. It's not really a right angle, but it'll still snap fine. It's over here. It's pretty good. Okay, well those are the hide parts for sure. Combine those together. Just regular save. Okay, so do the waist and then the legs and then the whatever straps. So, well I'll just draw a bunch of squares first. Let's go live. Draw them all, I guess, together. Batch these down here too, I guess so. Why not? They're pretty much the same idea. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a 6. That means this is a 6 too. This one is a more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is an 8. This is also an 8. Double check that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think the bottoms are the same, but I'm still gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely higher poly than normal. 9. 9. Probably the same, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not perfectly registered, but it'll be close enough. 9. Connect. 9. Okay, these bottom ones, they could be a little tall. There's not a lot of deformation on this ankle part here. 9. We could probably even get away with like even taller, but that's fine. Technically, it's the same amount. I think that's enough. They're like kind of 2x1 tall. This should only need just one subdivision right through the middle. Little wide, but that'll survive. Okay, and all of these things. Knowing that I'm gonna subdivide twice, so these ones could be done on their own. Basically, they could probably live something like this, but they'll be double that in the end, basically. Or not double, but double what I'm gonna draw. It's too painful. There's like no easier way of doing this, unfortunately, that I know of. Just make them all the same per type, and that should be fine. I would say these need to be more high poly than these two, but I'll make them all squares, basically. As close to perfect squares as I can get. Oh, look at this shit ready. Boom. Boom. And that's all I get for free. So I'll do these ones. So I'm just gonna try to match the squareness of it. Could put text across these for sure. Let's do 8. So that's a little wide. So 7. 7's pretty square. That's pretty good. These need more. If anything, we'd want these to be a little bit wide. Would be fine. Because these have a lot of folds. On both axes, actually. This might actually need a sub in the middle, but we'll see how it goes. So like 20. 20 is a little wide, so maybe 22. I think something like this is gonna be okay. After the second smooth. Okay. No, not perspective yet. So I gotta just merge all these together. Save real quick. We need UVs. So flat to the new ones. Transfer UVs based on world position. Transfer here to here. So far, so good. So let's see if I miscounted or if any of these are gonna be like chaos. It's not bad through here actually. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Waste's pretty good. Those look fine. They're not bad. Yeah, not bad. Okay. So do I go for anything free at this point or what? I guess kind of want to take the straps off. They're like kind of their own thing, but I don't want them to like accidentally merge, but they don't look too close. So like this, like I don't want that to merge together. This is certainly the point right here where things go wrong. But I'll just do like a really conservative like stock merge. Not safe. Oh no, actually that's fine the way it was. But... So we got something. The rest I'll just do by hand, and hopefully nothing merged that shouldn't have. Those ones. This probably didn't merge. It's still open edge. No, it's still open edge. This entire thing's open. Open. So I think I got it, but there's a lot of things to manage in here. Okay, so I go do the whole waistband to start. Kill the history. Merge. Does it even work? Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm okay with the average merges on this one. I normally go to the belt, but the belt, I'm not planning on putting text on it or anything at the moment. And this like doesn't work now, so you gotta do this version of it. This one still didn't work. Still doesn't work. What is this? This should force it. There it goes. That one's already merged. Here's the 4 or the 3. Merged already, and then another 3. Flappy belt on the outside. Okay. So I'll do through the center of the crotch part next. This is like the most the weirdest one because they were offset and these are all hand drawn. But somehow merging really well. It'd be right here. Okay, that went really well. That's nice. This should just be 3. Those auto welded. I don't know how that is going so well. I'll take it. These 2. Back out, make sure I don't do anything weird. But those are the hardest seams. Oh, there's some back here still. All the rest should be pretty easy. They're a little wrinkly, but they're spanned like from... Try to keep them like exactly the same in that retopo phase. Killed all that stuff, and I'll go inner legs, I guess, next. Ooh, oh no. Okay, so here's where it gets a little funny. Okay, so we're gonna have to get a targeting. Yeah, these ones are a little off. That's a big one, actually. They get better or worse as we go down. They're kind of staying the same. They're like a half off. So this is where I was concerned was a problem. Or it turns out this is the problem here. I thought it was gonna be at the crotch coming together, but it's going down the leg, especially through these folds. I'm lost. Where are we? Here. Okay, that's fine. That'll be fine. Oh, did I like not? Did I do one leg and then finish the other leg? That's also something. Okay. Actually, I don't know if that's safe, what I just did over there. That's the way well... I have to undo all of those, actually. I started doing the wrong leg again. So I don't know if those were the spans, so... Yeah. This leg's going fine. It's fine. that. So is that. These are like half. Still half. Hopefully it just doesn't get worse. What? Half. Half. Okay, what's this? This sounds weird. Can't see this both at the same time very easily. There. Okay, that's the inner. Not too bad. These are like so tall. I'm surprised these didn't merge for free, but I guess they're like, these would be like a 0.1, but I'll just do that by hand. It actually didn't turn out that high poly. I was targeting a little higher, but the front topology, I really like how this is going. This actually turned out great. We still have the leg fold line, and these are like looping across symmetrically. That's nice. This is better than whatever I did yesterday. And the butt one's like a little low, but these are kind of baggy, and I fucked something up here, didn't I? Shit. How long ago was this? Oh my god, that seems like it's like a really long time ago. I think I can still fix this though. I'm gonna have to be a little concerned about the resulting UVs, if the UVs will go back. I don't know if this is allowed actually. Damn, I'm gonna have to redo like a lot. We'll see. Is this even allowed? Can you cut, like, can I do these type of cuts with this workflow? I feel like this is gonna go poorly from just this. Damn, that super sucks. Oh, I might have to undo like a whole bunch. Holy F, what is this view? I'm gonna be quad drawing right now. I just gotta repatch this and then repatch the UV. Ugh, damn it. Damn it. Oh, that was a long time ago. That was in the middle. Oh my god, it was still selected. This may not work out, but we'll see if I can. Is this split already? What are we working with in here? Is there a, can I just get this edge? Where is it? This edge? And, no, that one down to here. I feel like I'm not really sure how to fix this in the UVs is the problem. I can fix it in 3D, but I do not know about how that just went in the, because like those don't have UVs now. All those faces I just made. This is probably broken actually at the moment. I should just undo as far back as I can. Those don't have UVs. I think this is not allowed. I'm not allowed to fix like that. Unless I go re-UV this by hand. I'm in a pretty shit place to do this actually right now. Can I put this back? Probably could. This is pretty cursed. Just this area right here. Oh my god. I kind of want to see if I can solve this actually. But ideally just don't fuck up the workflow. Oh my god. That's what's left now? What is this? Nah, we're going back. Fuck. I'm gonna go merge all this shit again. Damn, I wonder if I even have enough undos to get it back that far. Oh well. It's just work though. It's not a problem. Just lots more merging sadness. Okay, how long ago did this happen? So long ago. So long ago. Sad. Oh well. I wonder if I have the undos, I might have to start like over. I could probably fix that from the UVs, but it's gonna suck. I'd rather just do this absolutely from scratch again than do that. There it goes. Okay. Ouch. Oh well. So it's just the side seams again. It's fine. Cry. It's just save as, I guess. Wonder if I can just tolerance merge those. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna make me feel that much better if I can just get these for free right now. It's a big, like a 0.5 or something. Let me just triple make sure nothing else is selected. Just this. 0.1. Nope. 0.5. Yep. I think that's clean. Yeah, this makes me feel slightly better. Should've just done this anyway, but target mode. Okay, those seem clean. And then this other seams I just gotta do by hand again, right? Actually, I feel like down the leg, but it's pretty scuffed if I screw up the selections. Okay. I got the bottoms for free though. Bop, bop. And again. These ones are pretty easy, I think. Center. Yeah, these are easy. That was 3. Where's the third one? Oh, we selected through. Ooh, that definitely go. Where's the third? Oh, it's the strap. I see. It's this one. Okay, that's fine. I hope. Same thing on the end. It's just a little sketch at the bottom because the strap's out there, but it's fine. That one. 2, 3. 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so hopefully just inner leg now. These were the hardest ones. Sucks to do this again, but let's triple make sure nothing is selected. I think something was too, so it's just 30 times. Wow. Immediately broken. Can I get this one from here now? Come in. Can't even see it. Down. We are going down. Oh, I remember this being just hard to see it. Down, still going down. These are getting less worse. That's good. Less bad. And now we're kind of back to normal spannings. Okay. Where is the first one? All the way down here. I guess I'm just like really close to the leg, that's all. It seems very far, but just too close to it. Okay. Hopefully nothing weird happened now. I think we seem okay. Decent amount of resolution, especially at like this first LOD. I don't see any problems. Just make sure that this is fine too. That looks normal. Yeah, fixing that was just not worth it. Ooh. This is funny. It's a weird one. That's because of like, That's not good. They both do it though. I wonder why. Maybe if I reproject now. No, it's based on UVs. That's a possible issue. It's as this stuff gets like curvier and foldier, just weirder stuff happens like this. So let's see. We're just gonna call this pants top 01. I don't think that's like a workflow problem. It's just like a low sampling thing. I'm guessing. Well, with it like this, taking the sim back out. If I put them back on top of each other, I wonder how this is gonna go. Well, I'll sim this back here. Transfer based on UVs. Doesn't feel good. I don't know how that would happen. Why that would be so off like that. It's in like the same kind of place though. It's like it must be really wrinkled or something. Not really sure. Do hide, and I think we're doing the full smooth on this. Probably. I think I was going to attempt the full thing, and then I'll reduce these down if I need to. So let's conform this or whatever. So by the third, we'll hold most of that stuff. And we're gonna reduce these down. That's way too much. So look at that. Okay. Let's see how funny the UVs are over here. They're just like a little dented in. It'll smooth out eventually. It's not a huge problem. Double check on this side. As long as they're not folded like over each other, it'll be recoverable. That's fine. It's completely fine. Okay, so this, I mean, it's not, maybe it's not too bad to, maybe this isn't too bad to sim this. I was expecting it to be worse, but you know, we're gonna start the sim like here or something like that, or like here down. I don't know if we need like the horizontal or the vertical resolution this way. That'll allow them to bend a lot more. I don't know. Like, I'll try it. It's not too bad. Held a lot of primary folds. However, all the normals on this are like pretty cursed, and all the edges are gonna be pretty bad at the moment. So I'm gonna go smooth this out a bit. But we held a lot of like the primary curves, like the physically accurate way, and then we have like an actual crotch fold instead of it being like a ZBrush version of it, which is cool. It just requires a lot of topology. Like, what are we at in here? Faces wise, 23K for these. I mean, the straps add a bunch, but even without them, it's pretty big. Pretty big for pants. Hide this. So this is gonna be. Let me just call this pants going to ZBrush. So I had like one warp merge, but it wasn't that much time. Right, M to Z, melt to normal first of the pants 4. So this ordering, there we go. I guess it was fine. Beginning. I feel like I usually put a underscore, but not in here, but don't. M to Z, pants type 4, 1. Oh, we're like super high down here. We don't need all of this. This is inflate. Like, I'll take it on the foldy areas, but like here we could just like start like every other reducing down. I'll do it after the polish though. I don't need all that resolution down there. It's a lot. Let's go. MD's done. Let's go to ZBrush. How long was that? 2 hours? It's not bad. If I did the pockets and actual pockets and flying cargo pockets and stuff like that, it'd probably be the whole day just to get through that phase and then I come back. But if I drop all details, it's about how fast I normally do these. Let's do M to Z 4. This one. So did anything else come along? No, just these. That's nice. Double. Probably just in this case I don't want to polish full. I'll just do polish by features because we don't want to like completely nuke the folds. The idea on this set was to keep a bunch of them. So I'll just do a polish by features 1. It's pretty subtle. It won't be as aggressive, but we'll still help clean up this. I'm gonna undo actually. So that was before it. So there's a bunch of jagged areas. The normals are all crazy right now too. Looking at this dot here. But without a full polish, we won't actually even get that whole line back. Do 10. 10's not bad. Let me just do 5. 5's not quite enough. I'll try polish features 10. Oh, we rounded the straps. I forgot that happens. I could just delete the rounded ones. The rounded ones are kind of cool. Actually, I don't know how that would go, but I can just delete these straps and just keep the pants part. I think polish by features 10 is enough, and then the rest of it I could keep smoothing, but I think that's pretty good for these ones. I do wish I had a stronger fold line there like we do in the front. That's kind of nice, but at this point I don't feel like we could start sculpting and stuff in here, but I don't really want it. Let's do it with like bottom. We're going Z back to my pants 4. Half of these have the underscore, half of them do not. Pants type 4, something like that. Over here. So I don't think I want the rounded straps, but it'd be kind of interesting to see how they look. We could just use these ones. I don't need the polish so much on the flyaway straps. And then for these ones, we don't really even need a lot of this cloth sim. I could just like take this first row and extrude it out and just to have it be straight. But maybe there's something to have it having like a little bit of cloth sim on it. I don't know. I could do like a 50-50 paint weight then. So I'd have like a little bit of this like kind of foldiness like baked into it no matter what. So this one went to ZBrush. Next one's coming back in from ZBrush. Pants 4. This one. Your Z up now. And the polish by features, I didn't crease the edges, it rounded it. It's kind of cool actually. It would help me like insert it into like a buckle or something like that if I wanted to. It kind of like hides it. I don't know how it handles cloth simming this edge. Well, how this will go. I've only cloth simmed like rectangles. I don't know how like a rounded, like will this move? I don't really know how that would go. I might cloth sim the round version. It's kind of fine. I can just switch out the straps at the end if I want to come back. So I'll give this whole thing one poly group. Or smoothing group, whatever. Switch the material. I'm gonna trim this and UV that shit. I guess I will. I guess I end up using these like a lot or something. Let's see here. What am I going to do? Let's do a material change to start. Kill the unused one. Maybe I won't actually. I think I'm gonna not detail these ones. I just want to get to the cloth sim part. That's the most important part of this. Like this might not be any good, so let's not do that. Let's just give it a quick UV. I might leave all these stock and then just only relax this. Just keep this easy. The polishing wasn't as aggressive as normal, so is that it? That was it. Wow, that's very, very close to the Marvelous one. That's wild. It's very, very close. These ones are probably gonna get very stretched, as will this. I'm gonna save as, call this like stock UVs in case I want to come back. Stock UV, save as again into 7, and I'm gonna mess around with the UVs a little bit, but I might break it. So these are going to get a little distorted if I leave them as they are, I think. So I'm going to unfold these. Right, and so do I want to then straighten them back? Or is that like, was that just like not even worth doing? What are we going to get? It's just a wider version. I could just scale it, kind of. This is going to like crash too. This is like too many to straighten. Actually, if I stencil into this, I think it will be straight. This is like a crash at this point. It can't straighten this big of a piece. Or maybe I selected the whole body or something. This is too many. Oh shit, it did it. It just takes a long time. So the thing is, if I project into this, I think it will actually scale out. So these ones are better. Actually, I think in this case, because it's pretty clear, like if I project straight into this as a stencil, the top will be wider, so this one will be better. I'll just straighten it back out. It can get it done. It's just like a super heavy algorithm. How about the tops? What are we thinking here? I think these are good to go. I'm just gonna reseam them. The polish didn't move them enough that I'll mess with them. Cool, and the rest of the seams are pretty valid, so let's take all of these. Layout, what are we gonna get here? So I might put text on this, so I might supersize this up. I might put text on all of these, so it would probably be a good idea to kind of get them all going grain-wise the same direction, and then scale them all like up so that we have lots of text resolution on them. So it's easiest to write text sideways. So it would be good to have them all so that if I do the text, they're all facing the same way. Ah, they're rounded. Yeah, I can always switch back to the square ones. Might put text on these too. These need a bit of an orient. Actually, all do. Take these, give them all an orient. Yeah, a little bit better. So we have this like little atlas going here, like down here. Though actually at this point, I could. Oh, this doesn't snap. Damn. Okay. Well, I'll put this in like. Wait, is it X? There it is. Oh, it does snap. We can scale these up. Get the full UV out of them. Have an atlas, like a perfect atlas actually. It's like 0.6 down is this, 0.6 to 0.8 is this. We can scale these up like a little bit. And then we can scale all of these from DX snap from here. And have them be like kind of reasonable. We could go even probably bigger, but gives them a little bit more resolution. I could probably get even more out of it if I like stack these over there. Might do that. If we let these drive, I need to make sure they're not upside down. But if we do this, and just scale that like all the way across, I can just kind of scoot those in like wherever. So DX, like they'll have a ton of text resolution now. But can I get these back in now? Kind of not. Not really. But these could have like emissive materials or something like crazy on them, with enough resolution to actually like hold text. Like if I did the text was like glowing or something, if they're too low res, it doesn't look right. But now I've got nowhere for this really. So let's. I mean, how are we like double? 28. 50. So maybe I bring this like to like here, and then I can probably stack these back in, something like that. Yeah, there's still room for this. I just put these. I like to keep them the same height, but like here, there. That makes the atlas shitty later to have to draw. I mean, at this point, they could all fit in here. Make my atlas just like horizontal. And there's probably some messing around to be done here. What is this? This is the belt. I might put text on, like text here, text on each one of these. Okay. So I don't have a UV texture at the moment, so I'll just do it like kind of the cheesy way. Just be like, grab the tops. Like, if there was text on this one, I'd want it to be readable to the person. So this one's good and this one's not, so I gotta figure out which one's which. Looking at them from the front. So this one's correct. This one's gonna be upside down then. So I'll flip this one. This next one. That's correct. This one's probably upside down. Yeah, upside down. This one, if I put text this way, I want this to be the top. Nope, so this is upside down, and how about the other one? That one's good. So, flip. So if I put text, upright normally in Substance Painter, then you can like read it from the front. I don't know, this is what I consider up anyway. And I have to remember that the ends are like around. And we normally like sneak some sort of like hard surface buckle in there or something like that to like kind of register it together, but actually I do have them. I just don't want to do that right now. But I know I could like make this connection seem a little bit more viable with some details. It's pretty good UV. I'll take it. So it's ready to be rigged. I'll just not do the details on this one. So let's send this to Painter, and then I'll rig that one, and then I'll give it a quick texture, chuck on some Chaos Cloth settings to Painter. Certainly haven't had many of these yet. Pants type 4. suit painter, metal normal, pants type 4, low. We don't have highs though at the moment, but we would send this and go sculpt it, put a bunch of seams in it and stuff, fake pockets and whatnot. I think fake pockets would work completely fine on this. Let's see. So I guess I'll rig it real quick. Sure, I'll rig it and then I'll make a texture for it. Let's get it. This? Nah. It's a painter for this one. And I'm gonna have to alter it to make sure it fits the shoes right now, actually, too. If they overlap a little bit, it's fine. I wish there was more bumps back here. I could ZBrush them in, but I like how this seems like nice and there's nothing back there. So a texture change across that would look pretty weird. Let's get the MetaHuman back. The clothing one. I gotta go change this file so that it has the texture in it by default, but I'm pretty sure we're nowhere near the underwear. Do you have a texture? No. I'm pretty sure we're fine on the underwear. You get the shoes. Actually, I think we're gonna be okay. I'll let them collide. It's fine. I don't care. Just want to rig it real quick. Let's do this X-ray. Okay. So this is now M tall normal weight. Pants type 4. 01. We'll rig this to this, or kind of the other way around. Bind. And we'll start with this to here. Copy. Switch skeletons back to the driver. And we'll start with the thigh. 30, 60, 90. I should bend the leg actually. This is gonna need smoothing across the lower leg. The other one did too. It just was so skin tight. It wasn't that noticeable. It's fine. Back at 90, we'll have this do leg up. And we'll also take a key at 60 for lower leg and down. I won't go the full 90. I just want to see like roughly where it's bending. Okay, it's fine. So similarly, 30, 60, 90, 30, pretty split it out. 90 is going to be backwards though. And lower leg, we'll key at 60 and 90. 90. Don't really need to see the skeleton anymore. So on the bottom straps, we don't really care anything other than like the first like maybe 2 or 3 rows. And luckily the copy skin weights for the straps, like say we don't cloth sim these, they're fine. They're staying. They're pretty much where they should be. No real problems. So that's good to fall back on because they might look really bad simmed. So that's good. That's almost a perfect split despite being very baggy, so that's very good. quick add to make sure I didn't miss any in the middle. Should be fine. Okay, let's do something like this. That's enough for me. I don't want to go too much on that. Let's do back of legs. And once I actually reapply it, I'll look at the other one. It's actually moving on 2 axes, so it's hard as hell to see it, but it's right here. I see it. It's not bad. It's actually like right on an actual 3D fold, so I mean that one's kind of fine. How's this one? Again, like the actual folds are pretty good. We're good. I'm not even gonna touch the back of the knees. I'm just gonna reapply the actual one. I think this is good enough to start testing on. That worked out pretty well. Let's take this down to 6. We probably don't even need the full 8 for this. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, its topology still helps, but it's not perfect. It could use a little smoothing, but it's gonna rip too. But like right, where is it? Right here. It's right. We have the topology kind of holding it, but actually no, we don't. Okay, so the tear starts here, and I don't have that like leg topology happening like exactly in the right place. It's hard to know though in 2D. So where it's like really square, but like moving horizontally, it just shreds out like that, like crazy. I don't think it's worth going in there for that though. Might be. I'll try like one level, but there's a chance that this one's better. Just leaving it alone. Rigging. That's all normal. Pants. Type 4 or 1. So I'll revert to this if this change is bad. It's the rigging file. Takes forever. Just save. I will painfully and slowly revert back to this file if this leg fix is bad. There's a couple little things happening with the straps, but I don't think I have to change them. I don't think it'll matter. It's kind of showing me where to start. I think we're about 4 spans down at least, if not more, but 4 or 5 spans down before we start the claw sim. Okay, so it's right here. It's this. So I'll just go for like kind of like a nasty select with the paintbrush and see what we kind of get. And I'll try to like clean it up once it opens up. And this the other way. It's hard to see it. I see it. Yeah. It's gonna be kind of weird. I had topology kind of going for it, but it's still not like perfect. But it's kind of like through here. Just pretty normal area to have to smooth out. But with the pants being not skin tight now, it's like it's hard to know exactly where that's gonna fold, but it's through here roughly. Softening edges? I mean, softening edges is like a rendering thing. Okay, so we're over up here. We don't need any of this. It's actually happening like under here, which is kind of unfortunate, but yeah. Baggy stuff. Ooh, whoa, we still have the back. Oh, am I like not back face culling the selection? Oh, I forget how this works. Select. Display. Screen projection, yeah? How am I not do the selection again? What's up with this? If I do this, is it projecting to the front? No. I don't know what happened. Like we have a fold here, but it's like we tear right there though in the front. So it's kind of like, it's just like here. If I could just actually get selects on it, for some reason there it goes. It's just not like, I'm gonna have to get bigger, I guess. It's just not like me selecting right now. I don't know what this is. What? 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 It doesn't like me selecting right now. Okay. I feel like I should start my, just restart mine right now. Oh, saving takes so long. Oh, no. No. Anyway, luckily when you bend your leg like that, even if it does tear, it's hidden by the leg. So that's a nice part about that area. It's like, okay. You know, anything other than skin tight, it's a little treacherous when the leg comes up. Especially if there's a body under there like mine. This is the kind of smooth where like the 8 skin weights is probably like gonna help out. I don't know why this doesn't like okay, there we go. There's something just weird about it right now. Okay, so we're kind of like under here, and I'm gonna assume just like symmetrically on the other side, something pretty similar. But we don't want to do too much, or else it breaks like earlier. Like that's like that's at a fairly extreme. Okay, we can't select. It's like at a pretty extreme pose. So I just like gonna guess it's like over here. Something like that. So with it up, you know, at 90, which is very far from bind pose. Just hitting it smooth like once. Oh, that's the wrong circle. It's the green circle. Hey, what happened to my vertex? What the fuck? What happened to my vertex weights that I had selected? What? I shouldn't have lost those through that selection. I should not have lost this. What was I selecting before? And what? We're not... Wait, we're not... What's going on? I should be able to just switch to this. This not freak out. What? Oh, I guess it's just for the selection part. I don't know how I lost that selection. I should have stayed. There's a real decent chance there's like just so much chaos going on over this like fold part that's like this will never really straighten out. Alright, so we already kind of did like a 3 pass through here, but then like additionally kind of like in this direction. And then the other way is to actually figure out what bone's doing what, and I'm not doing that for this. Something like this. And I have a save as in case this is like a horrible idea. That's as a replace. That would be very bad. I'll take it. That's it. Just 3. So for certain angles you might catch that, but like generally you don't see the inner leg when it's up like this. But in certain angles it'll be a little bit chaotic in there. But that's why wrinkly clothes hard to skin. Skin tight clothes, always easier. So the next thing is that like this starts to be like a certain span, but I think we're gonna start like pretty much around here anyway. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, like here down. I think we're safe. Same thing tearing over here. We could 100% weight this to, I don't know, the thigh or something probably. But if we start at like the 5th span down for all of these, we're pretty safe. And up here, if we're considering we want to hold leg up, we need to come like pretty far down before we're safe, right? Because like this can't cloth sim. It's not going to work. Not nicely. So we could start like down here or something like that. It depends on what kind of animations we're trying to hold. But I also think that like overall, you could just not cloth sim these and they'll just like stay with the legs. That's not so bad. They're staying on there pretty decently, I think. They like look nice. Okay, I want to control save, but like I also don't want it. It's so slow. So we'll take this and these and we'll go to the engine. This. So we already have a type 4, sadly. So the names are all like not correct anymore. Sad. I don't know what to do about that. Nothing really, I guess. Just say 4. We're 5 in Unreal Engine world. Alright. Tech pants, just in case. because like now the numberings don't line up, so I just need like another way of knowing what the hell is going on. I could have reduced here, but I'll just leave it for now. We might want to reduce these too. This might be too much. I'm not sure. But we could just grab every other round, just get rid of them. There's no wrinkles. But with the double smooth, I think a very high poly, like cinematic cloth level poly. I don't need to ZBrush anything. We get these for free, and we would come in for like seams and like micro wrinkles, memory fold wrinkle type stuff in ZBrush. But these are like in the silhouette, like they are 3D folds. They're not just texture. I guess I'll give this one final save. And most of it's fine. Leg at 90 is hard even for the skin type pants, but they're slightly easier. They hold a little bit better. But just like inner elbow, back of the leg, when it folds over 90, it hides itself, but it does end up breaking. You just won't see it ever. I think we're done here. I don't even think I'm gonna save whatever the hell that was. Let me just make a quick texture for it. Fairly confident that the chaos part of this is gonna be completely fine. And then it's just like, are the side straps also okay? What would that look like? The bottom straps, that should survive everything, pretty much. I don't think they collide with the floor. I don't remember. Kind of see with the breakdancing. So I'll just bake it on itself for this one. Which is fine too. Like if we don't have any high poly stuff to put on it, we just need some, you know, get some curvature maps and stuff. See, a nice little atlas going on here. Let's hop into this. 4K, low poly, match, and oh, actually you would want to do the straps as separate objects. This bake might be super cursed. You might want to do the straps as separate objects. They might bake through to the pants. So we would just, it's too late now. Actually, no, I can make it work. It's just that it's gonna bake those onto the pants. Yeah, I can see it already. Yeah, so we need to kind of, I need to separate those and then bake them separately, or just as different objects. We'll see. It might be okay, but oh yeah. See, like there's like a hole here. Maybe we'll see. Like I can't tell if it did it. Is it doing it here? Like it'll project this through sometimes. Looks like they're far enough away that it's fine. But generally, it would be safe to bring these in separate as separate objects. Maybe that's only for like when you don't bake it on itself. I don't know, but typically straps and buckles and stuff, especially if they move and you ever see what's under them, you don't want to bake them as one object like that. Let's grab some stuff. What this? Yeah. So I'm not trying to be fancy on any of this. I'm just gonna grab the rough aligned or denim. Not really. Let's do this. And it's the straps that'll get like kind of a more special treatment. And maybe this waistband. So I'll call this waistband. I think it's spelling waistband wrong. Waist. And then bring in another one. This will be legs. Start there, and then I'll take this one, and this will be the straps. In this order should be fine. So let's do black mask. Doing this kind of blind. This is what waist. Oh, I don't know which one's the waist, to be honest. I think it's by the top one. Find out in a second. I should just find out now. Let's do this. Switch this, make it darker. Making it orange apparently. Oh no, there it goes. Okay, so it's the waist, the straps, and the black mask, polyframe. That should be all of these. I can't tell because they're all the same color. We'll make these like kind of different color for now. There we go. And then the legs are there. Let's see now. Oh, and these two could be a slightly different material, so we'll... But I have them as an atlas, so that's nice. So I'll do one more of these above it. Black mask, these are like the, I'm just gonna call them socks. Make them yellow too or something. Just so I can tell that they're being selected correctly. We have a mask, click the mask, do the poly frame, and we have our easy atlas selection here. Cool. No ZBrushing materials on it to help out, but we have our segmenting pretty well. I won't need this again until we start putting text on it. Guess what? They're getting Unreal Engine logos. Time to configure this a bit. So the waist, we'll bring this to like 2 or 3. 3. Maybe back to 2. Seems like it needs a 90 flip, which is not normal, but because the grain's going the right way, but I don't know, we'll see. The straps are like nylon, so with this grain direction, we actually want to flip it 90 probably, but we'll go like 4, so it's like really tight. Now, is this, how come it's, this looks world aligned, though we're on UV? It's weird. Try 90. We'll see when we put text. Hopefully it follows. This seems like it's, I guess it's okay. It's not quite a nylon texture, but it has something in it. That's all I need for now. Oh, here's the other thing. So we want to set up height as replace for all of these, or else they just overlay all of their height maps on top of each other. Replace, replace, replace. Even this I'll replace too. Whatever's under it, we want. Pretty sure that's how this material works. Still seems like I'm taking this big one over it. I'm gonna do that for normal too, just in case. Replace, 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 replace. Yeah, that's that. It was normal. It's normal. Some of them are normal. Some of them are height. It depends. Okay, so for the base leg material, I'll make this 4, and we're just going dark. Something like that. That might be too dark to see the folds, but that's kind of like the way that they are. They're dark. Waistband's a little bit darker, and these ones I'll make like a tighter grain on the legs, and then I'll make these like straight up black, pretty much like. And I'll take this up to like 5 or 6, so they're basically, you can't even see them. Take it very, very close. And then the straps are black too. They're grained finer. They're more like nylon's like a very vertical thing. I don't really have that though. I need to go like sit in what's it called? I need to go sit in Substance Designer and just like build out textures. Just haven't spent that time yet. Okay, it's not bad. Round. So the main thing with this is I would like to inherit, or I'd like to make this less rough. So how am can I put this at the bottom? No. Interesting. Okay. How can I have this one inherit something? I'll have to do a replace on roughness, I guess is how this will work. So I need a fill layer under this one. And we're gonna only take the roughness. But on these ones, roughness we're gonna replace. Especially this one. That doesn't work, that's not good. Because we're not generating roughness perhaps. So it's on replace. Can I put a layer under this one? That's maybe will work. It's only roughness. No. And it's because this is replace. Maybe we'll do normal, fill layer. Oh, this one says replace though. Normal. I want this one to drive these ones. I don't know why it doesn't. It's this one on top is driving it. Maybe I don't understand how this works. Maybe this goes here. This one's full rough. I want it to flood over this one. But what it's doing is it's taking this one. Now, Can I put the straps on the bottom somehow? I want the straps to be shiny and the pants not shiny, but I can't get that going right now. Where are the straps? Straps are here. Straps are not even inheriting. Like, it'd have to be like that. The straps are still not shiny. Damn, I can't do this. Roughness, right? What else is there? That's not metallic. Normal, 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 normal. Is it this fill layer? I'm gonna delete this. This is throwing me off. Straps, socks, legs. Legs don't have a mask. Ooh, maybe that's it. Let me drop a mask on these ones. That's probably the problem. Mask this. Polyfill. Have our atlas here. Jump back. This is roughness. Base color. Maybe they are shiny and I just can't tell because they're yellow. They seem like not. Oh no, they are. Oh, it's just hard to tell. Okay, so this was working. So now the waist isn't. Now the straps. Huh. Well, not doing a very good job of getting that working. One of the straps to be a little shinier. I don't think I'm not really sure I can pull it off though right now. I don't know how to get that masking layer. Oh well. Make these a bit darker. And the whole thing is black basically, but we'll see. You can see them being a tiny bit shinier than this. That's why I wanted to control their, maybe I'll just control the global roughness down here. But what were these? Base, let me look at normal. Oh, I need to turn off the roughness. That's how this works. We turn them off like this. So these were generating roughness. We just couldn't like affect them. Rough off, legs. How come this one isn't this? Rough off. Now they all tick this. I'll just give them all a 0.7 for now. Like a little shinier than normal. I feel like they're just flat black. This gray one kind of pretty much just like this. And we'll just change them up a little bit with some text now. I guess I'll save this one. This one's kind of a lot of work. Should be this. Yeah. Painter. What a mess in here. Pants type 4. I don't know if I'm doing versions of this, but this will be... oh no, we just dumped them all in here anyway. So this is melts on normal. Pants type 4 could be part of this. Version 1, just like UE, generic. Okay. So over this one, drop a bunch of Unreal Engine texty things. Assets, alpha, painter, nope. Alpha's here, that one. So not in the alpha, but in the stencil, which I can't get to. This one. Stencil, which will do white, just full white's fine. Height, 0.4, maybe roughness, shiny, I like. Metallic, normal, that's fine. Close this. Take my resolution on this side. And which one is the, I guess we'll do the waist and the straps. Something like here. Kind of going for like a full bleed thing here. That's kind of okay. I'm gonna back it out, but keep it centered. Now these are the straps, huh? Right here, these are the little straps. And these are the big ones. So these might be a little bit more obnoxious to have. But that's kind of what we're going for. And there is a circle here, so they're like maybe a liquid cool. Liquid, they would look cool with like those little logos at the end. Just try to do them kind of symmetrically. But they're not. Maybe a circle after that one. Yeah, maybe like this. How's the spacing on that one? It's kind of like this. And then window assets. I should have a properly set up UE logo at that one. Also stencil though. Here. Make it very small. Came out like a weird color for some reason. It's the lighting. It's the lighting preview actually. So I don't know if this perfectly aligns with the way that the UVs kind of got circled out, but or the mesh got smoothed out a little bit, but we'll see how this kind of looks at the ends. It's like S and then right click, and there's like other ones too, I think, but S and right click does it. That being said, I don't know how to rotate it in 90 because that's what I would want to rate like Unreal Engine on the side on that. So which ones are the backs? I have no idea. I'm gonna put them on the back calves, kind of like the athletic pants had. Just gonna guess. Nope. Yep. Oh, you can tell by the lighting. I'm an idiot. This is like the lighting on the front, so this is the back. Okay, so they have the back ones. And I was gonna rate Unreal Engine like vertically. I don't know how to rotate the stencil though. Let's see if I can figure it out. Painter. There's the fun phase, like once you're dropping logos on shit. Scale this up. Is it, so it's like S right click, is it S middle? S middle moves it? Okay, I didn't know you could do that. This is right click to scale, left click rotate, shift, perfect, boom, okay. That makes sense. And do I have that ref? Which way is it facing? So it's the other way, so it's the other way. So S, left click, shift. I think they were down there for a second, but so scale up a bit. I'm gonna put them right down the front. It looks like they're kind of on the side, the inner. I have no idea what the inner is. This is probably the inner here. Nope. Turns out nope. Turns out it's over here. I didn't lay these socks out in a way that I could tell very easily. Okay, and the height on this one looks pretty obnoxious, so I'm gonna kill that one. I think it's like kind of okay on the other ones, but looks kind of bad on this. And is it on this side? Wait, it's probably on this side then. This is just a nice way to know if I laid out the UVs correctly. If you can put text and logos and stuff across, it means things went well. Okay. And I feel like there's probably still some room to drop some of these like big ass U's on this somewhere. On like the pants part. Like on the leg or something, or like the butt. I don't know. I feel like on the leg 3/4 could be like okay. Look at my stencils all sideways. Probably better to do it in 3D. So let me head over. I'll take a new layer just in case I want to just straight up delete this. Oh, hopefully it doesn't it'll stencil into this though. Like if I draw it like this, it'll draw it on the strap itself. So to draw under the strap, I'd have to be like, I'd have to do it in here basically. Oh, I have these pants like side by side the wrong way. It's hard to gauge what this is gonna show up. Oh, that's the AO from the strap. I was like, what is that? What is that? What is that? So this is kind of like where the pocket would be. And So that would be like, kind of like mirrored would be like here, kind of. Yeah, that's kind of this is kind of the idea. And then some ZBrushing for seams and pockets and stuff would help out the rest of it. But you know, that's pretty much gonna do it. Okay, kill this. That'll work for me. These ones might be a little bit too much. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, come just. Boop. There's also no color. There's no like highlight color on this outfit, but we could add it in, and I could do the cuts. I could probably do a lot of the cuts, material cuts in like the pure texture, like not even like echo them in ZBrush. Just decide right now in here. Just try to draw like in a nice vectory way. Because it's certainly a bad idea to put them into the topology, which I've been doing before. It's not good. Unless it's like a band on like a cylinder, that's kind of okay, but like you kind of want to make the topology just for deformation. Pants type 4. V1. UE generic. Boop. Lots of Unreal Engine text. The normals are popping. They're a little shiny too. Cool. Okay, it's all fine. Save this. Back on. I think it's a decent match. We would just add buckles, zippers, and pockets, and all of this is just ZBrush texture stuff. I don't know about the base material if it's like the best either, but this was a fun one. I'm pretty sure this is gonna work fine for chaos. Extra credit will be if like the side straps can move too. And we would have to design a shirt very specifically that would go over the straps, because those straps are gonna pop out of like a normal shirt. But this dude's just gonna be topless for now. Then we put Niagara particle emitters at the end of the of the straps and just let this fully rip all the stuff. I like this. I like this set. How this is going. I'm gonna be using these a lot. Okay, so the naming is just all over the place now. Pants. Is this 5? I don't know. Tech pants. Oh, that was actually the right folder. That was it. Tech pants 5. Okay, so we're kind of back in alignment here. No 0. Cool. Let's get the textures. Okay, pretty sure these had the same type of texture I need. This one. So we'll call these type 5A. That'll work. I'll let the spec ride a little harder on this one, 0.5. And yeah, it's a little shiny, but we'll see. Might look good. I can clamp it down in this really basic material. Let's just assign this. It's loading the MetaHuman reference. Yeah, they're shiny, but we'll see. This still might look okay. Shiny cloth. It's really just the nylon straps I wanted shiny. I just couldn't figure out how to make that happen. The circles here is a little scuffed, but you know what I mean. Like there's like a circle because it's circle, but I didn't. It's kind of UV square still, but it does round it out. It's actually like a cheat. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like it. I kind of wouldn't mind putting them on the ends of this too here, but whatever. They're here. These are like the most visible ones anyway. These are just gonna be flapping around for their lives. Just no idea. Okay. So before I even get into like the chaos side of it, I'm just gonna set up the scene. Kind of have a workflow for this kind of maybe fashion. Yeah, so I could just hard dupe this whole. I think I can just. Can I duplicate an entire folder? Nah, right? Like it's like duplicate and content. It's probably nah. Can't do that. Nah, but I don't think so. Maybe. Scene 3, male tall normal tech pants. And I'll just dupe the map. This one, but not the sequence. Oh, it's gotta load everything. Scene 3, male tall normal. Pants. Open that up. Oh yeah, we're probably gonna do 2 metahumans like this, but they're gonna be different metahumans. So. Kill that. Kill the sequence reference, and we have a new scene and a new map. Excellent. It's time for new metahumans though. This is gonna be our sports e-tour. This one. Now this has the cloth sim shirt. I don't really want to do that, so I'm just gonna take maybe this one's okay. I'll just start topless. Take this name here, and this is going to be pants 5 tech pants. They're shiny. They're real shiny. Oops. I'll just crush that down in the material. Let's do that right now. Bring it back down to 0.3. Less shiny, I think. Still a bit shiny. 2-sided, right? Yeah, okay, good. A little contrasty with the black and white, but pop that down. You should be good until we want to give you a shirt or something. Hop back out here, this dude. I guess we just prep for both sides. It's like the most helpful. Copy paste. Second one this way. Should just like get these distances the same. That's kind of annoying yesterday. So it was like 70, negative 70 maybe. Let's make that the same. Don't have to guess. And let's sequence into our fashion folder, into here. It's basically named this. Scene 3. Just call it tech pants 1. That's it. Taking booth. And I think it was 3,000 frames-ish. This turns out to be. It depends how many animations we think, how many animations this will survive, but I think this will survive almost all of them. Session 2. 2-step. Session. Oh, that's female till normal. That wouldn't go very well. Animation, so it's MTN session 2. This is a 2-step into MTN session 2. The jump, I don't really like the jump anyway. Skip that one. The walk in place, I suppose. MTN session 2. Another walk, not that walk. The jumping jack, yeah. MTN session 2. Just copy and paste this point. The 6 upper rock and then 6-step. So this will be all the ones I want to test. Session 2 should be the last one in here. 6-step. There we go. Okay. So I mean, I could do the like not rigged version, but like, or the not cloth sim version, but it's pretty stupid because the straps are just like that. I will say that the like the suspender straps coming along like that, that's fine for like most things. Like it's gonna just get worse. Like cloth simming, that's gonna actually be kind of, pretty sure it's gonna suck. But you know, we'll start here. Okay, so we have our scene all set up, and I would just need to make like a pretty baggy shirt to, if we were gonna try to overlap these. Otherwise, they would obviously like pop through pretty quickly. But they'd be pretty stable to put a shirt over. I think we'd be okay. But then why have them under there at all? But making modular clothes anyway. Let's cloth sim these bottom ones. Put this here. I think the good starting point is always the physics asset. So I mean, if we're gonna go for ever the, I'm just gonna get rid of that. If I'm ever gonna go for like these, we'll need like the whole thing configured, and it's gonna break in the normal places, but we'll see how bad it is. All bones. Start with pelvis. Just take a regular capsule. Though I have like a slightly different trick for making these work, but we'll start here. And let's see, what are we prioritizing? Something like this to start. It's good we don't have the sides. The sides are like one of the main problems actually, so we don't really ever have to collide for that, so that's pretty good. So we can go pretty wide, I think. Okay, let's go into the thigh. So we'll just do one leg and then mirror it. Let's do a taper capsule. Figure out which one's on the top. I'll take snapping back for a second here. So who's on top? Let's see. This is upside down from how I like to think about this, so we'll go this way. So red scale is the top now. Green scale is the bottom. However, in this case, this is just like a rather chunky leg because it's not skin tight, so that kind of works with us for us in this case. Scale this up. So, how to collide with this when this is here? This is the tricky part. May not ever work super well. And this axis we're pretty safe. That's pretty good actually. But it's tricky against having it go against the leg. But we could probably get something decent out of it. Is it clipping right now? It's not. It's just a perspective thing. I can't get like over it. This draws last the capsule, so it makes it look like we're overlapped with it, but I don't believe we are. So that's a good start. I'll mirror that one, and then we're gonna do lower leg, or what are they calling this? Calf? Yeah, calf. We'll do another tapered here, and we just want the top on the top, X on the top. So that'll be this one. Take rotation, snapping back, get a 90 up here. So we're aligned with like, we're in calf bone space, kind of. And I mean, generally we're like lower. I overlap these. That's not how like rigid body would work, but I think for collision it works fine. This is lower, this. Turn off the snap. And we're significantly like longer. Something like that is like a decent like starting point. Save, cloth time. This. Select it, right click, apply it. Paint it back face all the way. 1. This, that's fine. 4. I'm gonna start with just the bottom. Oh, it's laggy as all. It's super laggy because we're doing this whole garment. Even though what we're gonna sim is low, when you have this many polys, it's like, why would you do this? I can't even see where I'm supposed to paint. It's like here. Okay, I gotta drop this down. I don't have this kind of precision with it's this laggy. I'll start here though. Something like this, like right over, like right when it starts to like bend over. Start here. Hopefully, it didn't paint down there. Start with these ones. Oh, it's gonna take so long just to paint this. It's so laggy. Oh my god. Crash. You're crashing. I'm gonna save. This is, it's because of all of this. It's not like what we're gonna sim is fine, but it's the editor's like, I don't know. It's like resolving, or it's like re-indexing like the entire mesh over and over again or something like that. It's like super laggy. Oh my god. It's awful. We could almost bring these in as like a separate skeletal mesh, like, or something like that. This is so bad to paint them like this. We certainly could. I could bring these as a separate skeletal mesh, and they're not directly attached to the pants themselves. But I just thought this would be like a little easier. I can't even see what's going on to paint this. Like, what the hell am I looking at? I'm gonna have to like kind of guess. Where is the strap starting? Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna like, I guess I'll have to go back and like unpaint the body parts if I like kind of clip them by accident. I want to start a little higher. I'm just like afraid I'm gonna clip into the body. I'm gonna start here. I'll do this too. And I'm gonna try to slow the physics down on these a lot, like the cloth sim. I'll put them to like leather or something. I think I took screenshots for that YouTube video. Just damp them way down. And it's still the double right click thing to get the viewport to move. Oh god, this view. Guess I'll start here. It's hard to even tell, but I'll start here. Hopefully it doesn't do the ones under it down there. That's kind of good that it didn't. So we have 4 rows, or 4 columns of verts coming down this. So they're gonna kind of bend in half, which is not exactly what I wanted, but I feel like if we only did 2, it will look kind of cartoony. But I don't really want this stuff to like fold that much. Like I'm pretty sure these could be rigid body. It would be pretty nice as well, but chaos is like extra deformations that can happen. So we want to start pretty quick, like 4 or 5 in, or else the bad skidding starts to take over because I didn't like solo weight them to like half or whatever. They're kind of like half and half. So they bend funny. Okay. Super laggy because it has all these other meshes in it. We didn't do any hiding of the seam, right? So it's just kind of... Oh my god, I can't turn. Okay, so we gotta like turn this back on, right click twice, then I can turn, then get out. Hopefully I can turn now. There we go. Okay, so I think next is like the setting. So like they crumple, but that's more of a parameters thing. Transitions are not hidden super well, but I just kind of want to see overall how this is feeling. I think these will probably need self-collision. Let's do this and this. Seems expensive for it to run this. This seems very slow. 64 milliseconds. Okay, so I don't know. I guess like all of this in here is a lot. This is slow. Interesting. So I'm gonna put the leather preset on this. My fan's turned on for this. This is like really heavy. I guess even if we're only simming like a little bit of it, I don't know, maybe this is expensive. Did I delete them? No, they're here. I'm gonna put like the really stiff one on them. Okay, so density 0.6. Damn, this is so slow. Bend stiff. There is no edge stiffness. So bend is 0.99. This is so slow to update. I feel like this is gonna crash. 0.99. Area stiffness 0.95. 0.95. Tether's 1, scales 1, friction coefficient is 0.95. Maybe this is like too expensive, this CCD. Damping is 0.25. Drag is 0.072. I don't know if you leave it to 1. It wasn't supposed to do to 1 over here. Maybe these are supposed to stay to 1. I'm not sure. Set those back to 1, not 11. And then lift was 0.06, and then gravity is 1, 2. I think gravity does, like, making gravity heavier for sure does a lot. Okay, I think that's it for those settings. Let's see if that's made its way back down to sequencer yet. That's not sequencer. They're a little bouncy, but we'll see. Take the camera. Gotta set this back to 0. I think this is lagging. This is like lagging it out. It's too heavy. Okay, that looks terrible, but I think it's just that I think the cloth fittings are pretty bad. That's just leather. I should have just left it stock. They like twist funny. It's interesting. Is it too much resolution on them? They move really odd. Like they're crinkly. It's probably the settings. I probably should have just left the settings stock to start. I think it's also lagging. It's like they're really heavy. So maybe like they're... They twist. I didn't expect these to be so difficult actually. And this everything's lagging. I feel like we're gonna crash it. Like this is a stall. This is a hard stall right now. And it's just gonna die, I'm pretty sure. No, it's just this is just so heavy to sim. I wasn't expecting this to be bad from like a performance point of view. I'm gonna turn off self collision and CCD. Maybe this will start to free up a little bit of space here. Overhead. We're down to 3. Okay, it's that self collision stuff is like super expensive. Let me try this again now. Okay, it's the self collision CCD. It was NG. Like that's just not it. They probably do not need 4 rows. I think if I reduce that out, I'm gonna have to redo some stuff, but I feel like leather's a good idea to slow them down, but maybe this is like a little too slow. Are they touching the ground? I can't tell. Whoa, shit. Let's cut this here. I think selected too, right? Selecting stuff is bad for sequencer. Makes things slow. Or hovering drops your frame rate to like 0. I'm pretty sure I don't want to cloth sim those waist ones. Pretty sure. I think they're like twisting or something, right? Like they look weird. Like I want them to stay straighter. I think I should have just left the settings stock. I think I could just reset them pretty easily just by clicking this. I think that density is one of the main problems considering they're so tight. There's such a high density thing already. I think this might actually need to be like lower. Yeah, I think that might have helped. Maybe. I don't want them to twist either. So I think I reset basically everything except this I made even lower because they're so close together. It's like crinkly. They don't keep like a nice flat shape. I think there's just too much resolution vertically is part of it. It's allowing them to like twist too much. And so now they just like whip around like crazy. Let's try to figure out like what specifically that setting is. They're still getting it done. It's just like I don't know, rigid body might have been the move. I guess I'm looking for like slightly dampened movement while keeping perfectly straight. That would be like a rigid body that does not allow twisting. But those definitely have more options of things to do. Oh, what? So the animation's like what? Like here. I'm kind of considering dropping out these 2 rows and just letting it bend here. I think these extra rows allow for them to rotate. I would have to copy skin weights on the Maya side. I don't think that should affect the textures, and probably have to repaint the weights or something like that. I'm gonna try to make that alt version now though. So I'll dupe to 02. I'm gonna need to unlock. There's no weights on this set though. Unlock. And I don't know about simming this. I think that's gonna be a problem. Try to get the easy ones, quote unquote, first. Should be these. And maybe it's just like too many segments in general. Like even the other way. It's just like allow it. It's like, oh, this. Okay. So hold on. Crap. I did it bad. Let's hide the original. Only work on the new one. So it's gonna change the shape on the sides. It's kind of messy. But it might be too many now this way too. I think I'm gonna just reduce the verts all the way down. It's gonna take a little while. Oh, it's too detailed. I want this to stay like flatter. So this is gonna do nasty things to the shape of that. But I want these lower poly. I guess that would be kind of an interesting side by side maybe. I should really reduce that down too. It's really heavy. So the UVs might be a little bit scuffed now because like they were like a little bit, they had like more resolution at some point, but I think overall it should still stick on there, the texture. Okay. So let's do this correctly. This is the second version. Bring this up here. Going to rig from this skeleton to the second version. Bind. And then I'm going to copy from the first version to the second version the weights, and I should be done. Hide the first version, so our lower poly version still has the pretty much identical weighting on there. Just way lower poly straps for the cloth sim. So take the same skelly, second version, export out. We're on the second version here. We might be able to just re-import over it. I'm not sure how that will go actually. But that's what I would like to try, is just a full import new file. Second version. Okay. So what happened to the physics asset is the same. And even the way painting looks kind of the same. So that's kind of impressive. If this is lower poly, I'm gonna get into the paint mode. This doesn't look different. This is the same topology. I feel like this didn't get updated. I'm gonna re-import base mesh. Can I do it with a new file? Interesting. I'm gonna do new file. TechPants 02. Because it should change the vert counts and stuff. So like this shouldn't be the same. That doesn't seem like it's done it. That's odd. Maybe import new file is bad. I'll just like completely redo it. I don't think that got the up. It doesn't feel like I got the update. like all the extrovert allows it to curl, and I don't want the curling. That's what I don't like about it. There's probably a setting in the physics that's like don't, but I don't know how to do that. I wonder what like 10% weighting on this would actually look like. It would just maybe keep it straighter. I kind of want to try that. So this stick didn't, I imported it, but like I don't think it worked. It says the O2 to export the right version. Pretty sure that the O2s, they're low poly, but it didn't get propagated into this, or at least it still has lots of resolution in there, I think. Do wireframe. Oh, that's not helpful. Oh no, it is lower poly. No, it made it. It is lower. Okay, so there's... It's not just that. So that might just be worse. I can always sit it back. It's still spinning. Okay, so I'm going to try weight painting this at 10%. What a pain. This is going to be such a pain in the ass. Let's do, instead of this, like 10. So it's going to be like more influence from the skinning happens. Kind of went over there, but I'll do just this first one. This takes so long when there's this many polys in here. I'll just do this first one and kind of watch how it changes, how it goes. Wait, this, I don't know. It seems like this is the old version. I think it's a little scuffed to re-import over it. I might just redo it again because this is round. This is the old version because it has more resolution. But then when I switch it back into low poly, I don't know. Oh, interesting. It like kind of sits like that. Actually, I want to watch how this goes. So it is holding a bunch of like the original weights. Oh my god, we're in the locked out mode. Maybe when I come back, it'll be better. Okay, no, 10% is... Wait, that's not even doing it. What is that stuck on? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Oh, no, okay, it does it. It does it. Well, we certainly don't want that. I think it is low poly, but I feel like when I'm painting it, it's still the high poly for some reason. But those ones on the right, they do look like the lower poly versions in kind of like a worse way. It's just kind of chaos of it. Like, I need to like, I don't want it to twist. I don't know if that's a thing that I can tell it not to do. Okay, so the 10% actually does work. It's interesting. Okay, so it does work. Put it back. I don't know if you can undo. Let me try 50. For these like free flowing ones, it's probably a mistake to do anything other than 100, but I just want to try it. Oh, this is so slow. This is like how Vertex Painter used to be on like my slower computers. If you're like environment Vertex Painting, it's like super slow sometimes. Yep, this is how it felt. This is 50. And let's do 0 and 0.5 and try to put these two back right there. There we go. I must have missed like one vert down there. Yeah, that one down here. So 50. So let's see how 50 moves compared to the other ones. I don't know, 50 is not bad. It kind of it's like, I don't know if it's accurate to say half, but it's like partially staying on the skin version. So I feel like it doesn't like move as much. It's hard to say. I don't know if I can really tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. It's effectively the same. I think I would rather those be rigid body, because it would keep their, I feel like it would keep their shape a little bit better, but they work. So this has been like a thin chaos cloth test. Even like the mini cape and the mini loincloth I made, those were like significantly wider. These are 4 centimeters wide, I believe. And I think it's gonna be absolutely ass to try to skin the ones in his leg. They're just gonna bounce around crazy like those ones do. I don't want it. But I guess I'll try it. But I'm pretty sure I like them. This like kind of hybrid one. I like bone skin. I like skinning stuff with bones. That's pretty cool though. I guess I'll try these ones now that we've had these with like. Oh god, the thing is locked. It's locked. I don't know if I'm gonna 50 or 100% these ones up here. I'm gonna 50 them. Actually, these might be a good candidate for like the 10. I'm gonna 10 these. Oh, it's gonna be so hard to paint them though. Oh my god, this is gonna suck. So slow. I'm gonna 50 these, or 10 them rather. Maybe 20. I'll do 10. Does it? Yeah, maybe I get too close to it, you know, and I just like all I see is the problems. But like overall, it's like turned out pretty cool. Now, am I gonna paint the leg or what? I'm painting through the leg right now. This is so slow. Oh my god, painful. I painted the leg. It's gonna be so hard to paint this, and it's so laggy. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. Oh, can we undo? This is so hard to paint. It's so slow. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, we're not painting those. It's just like, it's too much. What I need to learn is the workflow that you send them as vertex colors pre-painted. So we did them in here. Painting something this big is just NG. It's too high poly. It's just crash fest. But those little ones look good. And I feel like the other ones, the big straps, it's like, let's just leave those skinned. I did want to see a 10%. But I kind of, like, I just, like, the editor's just, like, dying trying to paint something that thick. So, yeah. I don't know. Let me look at, where is it? I kind of want to be able to paint the way to Maya. It's just not crashy, you know? Like, but how does that work? I don't remember. As soon as I hop on this, like, and we're back to 2.5, like, it's like, that's not very bad. I think these are the lower poly ones. It's kind of a mess. I would like to, I would probably rigid body those if I had the choice. I think we'd have a lot more control, and they would still bounce, but like they wouldn't twist on themselves. It'd be kind of odd like that. There's probably some like don't twist settings in here maybe. Density, edge stiffness. Do I go higher? Do I go lower? I just don't know what to do. Area stiffness. Stiffer materials. Do I go higher? I don't know what to do. Collision. Like I want them to not bend as much. I want these like cranked. I want them to like, stay pretty rigid. So do I make this like 2? Is this the thing? No, max is at 1. So I mean, do I make it low? Like what if I want them really stiff? Like I don't know what to do. That's crazy looking. What if I just 0.1 all this? Like what's that? Is that more stiff? They look weird now, that's for sure. So how about friction? What if I, what's friction 1 look like? I don't know. Friction 0.1? 1? Damping? What about, what if I 1? Okay, so damping coefficient is doing big work. Okay, 0.5, 0.4. Oh, I like this is it here. This damping. This is it. I don't even know what friction does. It's this damping coefficient is like everything. Drag and lift? Who knows? Let me just try this actually. This can give it that kind of like more floaty feeling. Plus I could probably chill gravity out like 0.5 or something. That's gonna look bad though. Let's open this map. I have, what, I call it like fashion now or something. Open this. Then open this. Hey, we're back. Okay, just not doing physics anymore. The shading changed. Oh, it's like the auto exposure. Oh, they look crazy. Well, okay, so let's just do one thing at a time. Let me reset all of this stuff. Friction, just damping. Okay, let's go back. 0.1. 0.01. How about 0.1? That's still not enough for me. 0.2. 0.5. Oh, maybe. Try that. 0.5. It's like cranked. Okay. So that's a lot. Okay. Okay. So let's do try 0.2. It's probably still like way over crazy. Drag and lift have something to do with this too. Animation properties. Let's start to just get small here. So we're talking about this big deal. Long range attachment. I don't know what that means. Density. Set that back. Let's just like limit what we're doing here. Let's just call density stock for now. I think that's maybe a little too dense for this. But we're basically stock everything. I'm going to mess with damping and these. Try to figure out what the hell these do. What's this damping? This is... definitely slows down how much they, you know, they move. 0.2. So I think we're like in the point... like, I think 0.1 is even like kind of like a lot to change. Gravity. So if you do a little bit more gravity, it like pulls it down harder. So it's a type of dampening, kind of like just more gravity. So what I want now is like it, like, so maybe this is okay. I don't want them to twist on themselves is the next thing. I want them to just like kind of just don't twist. And I feel like that's edge stiffness or something of segment constraints. The stiffness of segment constraints. What's this one? Nothing. The stiffness of the surface area preservation constraint. Increase the iteration. See, I feel like it's this. Bending. Oh, of the cross segments. But it's at 1 now, so that means it's not stiff. So what if I just do just edge stiffness, like 0.1. It's still kind of twisting. I'll put it back. How about this one? 0.1. Is it twisting less? I don't know. What if I 0.1 all of these? 0.1 area. Area seems like it would be it, but it's still twisted. I want to 0.1 all of these as the low. I don't know what that means. It's not twisted though. So that's kind of, I guess, what I was looking for. Let's start up here. Oh, they like go they like distort though, really weird. Oh, that's not it. That's super weird looking. Let me now. They were doing like 0.9. I'm going to like some crazy world. Like, how about 0.9 everything? Still twisting. I don't like it. Maybe they just twist. You can't stop. I feel like maybe now I could go back to the high poly ones. You just can't. They're just, I don't know. They go crinkly. I like them crinkly. Maybe that's just what's gonna happen. They look kind of okay in this world. That jumping jack. Same as the other one. The jumping jack looked good too. I don't know. I just don't like the nuances of these. Damping's doing stuff. Let me go like 0.05 though. Maybe that's too much. And do like 1.05 on the gravity scale. So this damping and gravity are like your big changes. Other ones are slightly more subtle, and I don't know how to tune them. Kind of okay with this as far as the final. I can't weight paint the other ones without it crashing though. It's just because we have like a 50k pant or something, 40k pants under it. You know, even though we're not trying to paint it, it will allow that. So also, I think I know that those are going to be kind of bad. Like if those move like how those like little shabby ones move, it's like, those would be much better as a rigid body. Like put like a little rigid body on the hip, and like just the end, like kind of go. Like I think I know how to rig that with rigid body. That would be great. I just don't know how to add bones to the skeleton without breaking everything yet. But I think it's still pretty cool. I just need to understand like the settings a little bit better for like. Let me look at the other one. I just don't want them to twist. If they just didn't twist, I was like full buy, like it. So friction damping drag lift, I don't think it's like a huge deal. I think it's this 0.99, 0.95 in density. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna up the 0.99, 0.95. It was edge and area, I think, are the ones that were changing. No, it was bend. Oh, so we didn't touch that one. So it was bend 0.95 and area or 0.99. So, but I don't know if you do that for both or just the bottom. Those are like quite slight adjustments. And maybe like, I'm not so sure about density to be honest right now, but they still twist. They still twist. Like every time you change a value, like it resets it, and like I just don't want these to twist. Basically, let me go grab up on this. Like I just don't want them to like twist around like a streamer. This one doesn't. You know what? It might be. It's just because I guess how it's rigged at like an angle, and this one's like rigged a little bit flat. This one stays flat. This one doesn't. So it might be just like a bad start. Basically, it just like twists itself out, and I might not be able to do anything about that here. What if I 0.5? 0.5. Then it starts like tearing funny, but let me try. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Found the magical Techwear settings, kind of. It's not bad. I wish I could do the leg one, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of. I would just want like basically one bone on the hip, just kind of like hinging up and down, bouncing, and I would take like the whole end of like that strap. Versus like a full chaos solve, it's like I kind of like that you can read them as soon as you chaos cloth that they're like you can't. It's not gonna be like legible. So I kind of like this. This is like that hybrid. Let's see how bad his shirt is over him. Though I kind of like seeing this, but I just want to see like how will the skinning go. I think this is fine. If I could paint those other ones without it crashing, I would try, but it's been pretty crashy. There's just too many. It's just too high poly. I want that tank top if I can find it. It's like shirt type 2 or something like that. It's probably gonna collide with this, I'd imagine. This one, I think. Yeah, yeah, immediately, yeah. We would have to, basically if I just like pull, we'd have to just pull out. Oh yeah, especially back here, right? Like, I would just need to like air gap this as far as this is. And it would hold. It would just be like kind of bulky looking, but I could make sure it's to hold over this. I think pretty easily. If I make this shirt black, you won't notice it that bad. Wait, let me go look at this actually. But I'm pretty sure I could rig a shirt that would work with this pretty well. And then with like a shirt, we don't want to be cloth simming anyway. Those waist ones. So I'll just leave those rigged. I think that's probably the move. And if I got fancy, I'd like rigid body part of it. Where is this thing? I want to open this back up. This one. Just turn this back off and on. What's this? I feel like I saw a shortcut for doing this, but I have not got it to work. Like I thought it was a Control-Alt-C, but doesn't really work. If I just make that tank top black, this is like almost a pass now. I mean, you wouldn't. It's like, oh, it just comes to the shirt. It's not that bad looking. But it just kind of just like challenge the plausibility of what I've made here. That's like, why they're coming through the shirt? Just kind of doesn't make sense. But think it might be okay if I just put like a black material on that. But then you don't see the little U's I drew on the openings. But it does seem like more of a complete outfit. If I did the cloth sim one over it, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same. It'll be a cloth sim tank top, but then like it's like, well, there's only one way to find out. I want to see it now. I want to see it. I'm pretty sure I can make that work. With a I just need to fit it better, and just regular old skinning would survive quite fine. Shirts, cloth sim shirt. Where is it? Not. Oh, I have a not chaos one. Okay, I see. Oh, maybe it might work already. So I make this black. Just go find that thing. Shirt type 2. Turn on everyone's physics. This one. This one. It's colliding immediately, but and it gets stuck really easily. Uh-oh. Yeah, all the straps are just permanently stuck through. I also need to now that I know how dampening works, this thing needs some crazy dampening. Like yeah, I thought that was doing more than it. That's not quite right. So it's really this damp down here. Where is it? Damping. So like 0.1, which is like pretty severe. This one's so slow to load because it has like the whole, it's like very high poly in there. Oh, we broke it. Don't break. Yeah, so just damping that out is helping. It's just like I don't think it doesn't help. So we won't use this one. I'm learning some new settings. Kill this. I guess we'll just do topless, like, because the other one doesn't quite fit, and then it would cover this anyway. So this is like purely about this one. Then it's fine. So I could just do a front back then. So we'll 180U. And I mean, I could do the non-rigged, but I think that's kind of dumb. Just this. Copy. Paste. We're gonna cloth sim? No, it's kind of funny not when they don't move though. You should get read the straps though. This is so heavy to switch this back. Kinematic particles 23. That's not though. That's total. That's like the total number of verts is like. Oh, kinematic versus dynamic. So we're simulating 575. I see. Okay. With one iteration. Okay. It's heavy to edit it. I think once we like compile it down or whatever, like it's still, we're only simulating 500 verts. It's not too bad. So I'm pretty sure I low poly those down. It seems like it's a lot, but I still like it. I think the rigging the top ones is like just push stable anyway. It's fine, and that we let the free ones be floppy, and they work pretty well. And I could definitely go rig a shirt real quick for him that would go with us, but then you wouldn't see his Unreal Engine waistband. And I've learned some new settings. Oh, it was pretty good actually. The little flappies down there is pretty good. I'll like light this for like a rave now or something. Keep it white sake though. That's pretty sick. I kind of remember that from before. I'm gonna frame down a bit. Then we're a little tight on this headroom here. Maybe I'll back out just a little bit. Yeah, we're like just coming up. So let me see. It's really just for this shot. I need to come down. I just don't want to do that. Let's go 590 maybe, just a little, maybe 600. 125. Slightly better. Okay, so the winners of this again are still like, I'll just delete this for now. It's still just like the breakdancing ones are the most interesting to watch, I think. And then two-step walking. What's this? Jumping jacks. I mean, jumping jacks are pretty good too. Do this one, then this one. Oh, this is so wide now. Copy. Paste. Everybody save. Actually, I'm pretty okay with this. They get like a little smeary sometimes or something, but with that stiffness, but they just don't twist as much on themselves, which is what I was looking for. And they survive a 6-step, which none of my other cloth sims survive that. I guess like the cape probably would have, but actually the jumping jack's pretty good. Actually, the jumping jack's really good. Yeah, jumping jacks first. Where's that? This one. And these are so robust, I could just like run them all over. Doesn't break anything. Yeah, it's definitely, it's just like it's a thin cape, thin scarf, so it's one of your best case scenarios for sure. I'm pretty sure the ones on his hips would be terrible. It'd be really bad. For me, I'd rather them be like pretty much like this and maybe like a little bit of rigid body. They're just gonna be all over the place. Two-step is pretty good too, actually. Oh, pretty good. I like it. Time to render. What is tech pants? Scene 3. Tech pants. See if we get organized in here. Amazing. Oh, I didn't put the camera tag. Let me see how much worse this is. If you can even tell. I think there's still motion blur. There's still motion blur. I don't think it does anything if you don't turn on TAA. If you don't switch to temporal samples. Oh, they look good. Looking at them in slow motion, they're good. Pretty snappy. Just take a screenshot of my settings. Guess I have this stream to come back to. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna take a screenshot of the settings and put the settings in the description of the YouTube videos just so I can like click this up later. That's pretty good. Yeah, seeing it slow-mo helps a lot. Yeah, those are behaving great. Even when they teleport, they're not that bad. Is it hitting the ground? I can't tell. I don't think so. Yeah, like whip it around. They look great. It's just when they're moving in like real time, it's kind of hard to see them. And I think the approach, I mean, I did black pants, which is kind of cheating because it's hard to see the wrinkles, but I think the way I treated the wrinkles and stuff, that worked out pretty well on the primary. And then like anytime I do ZBrushing detail, like this far away, this much motion blur, this dark material, can't even see it anyway. To go for an extreme close up with like a flashlight on the pants to see them. Like the long vertical folds into the with a weft though makes the rigging much easier to do. I like how these come out in like a lot of different ways. Is there any other render to do from this? I don't think so. That's probably fine. Kind of want to. I closed U. I just closed UE5, so I did right. Well, might screenshot this though. I kind of like this set. I would just need like a matching tech shirt for it, and we would be pretty good set for whatever demos. It's definitely like this is like definitely like the most like robust one because it's just these little straps. So I might use like a reskin version of this like quite a bit. Just need like a tech jacket version that has like some sort of something similar. Just call it part of Athletic, those kind of tech series. This, goodbye, sure. Just gotta put these into a folder, render them. No, my God, are you gonna really open up 500 photos? You're not. 2,000 photos. You know you're not. No, you're not. Windows. No, okay, just one. There gotta be some warning for something like that. Anything open just Maya that we're done. Sure. Oh, it's the rigging file. Yeah, I just need to stick some like hard surface buckles onto them, and just not even. We don't need to add any more rigid body to that shoulder strap or the would be shoulder straps. That's just it's gonna go so much. It would need to be like the main part of the outfit to spend that much time rigging that and whatnot. I think it's gonna end up turning out to be a disaster too. But that would be like the next version of this when I start adding bones to everything. That's a cool ass desk. It's recessed into the desk. Gotta kind of clean this up. It'll be easier to find now once I get this all organized. It's kind of getting organized now. So make this 30. Lift the mids too because the pants are kind of dark. This is the first real viewing with the motion blur rendered. That's pretty good actually. That's pretty damn good. I feel like even in like sequencer, like viewport, it's not really the same simulation or something. I don't know. I feel like there's something else different. Maybe not. But with the motion blur and like the actual rendered out, so we're like a consistent solver iteration or whatever per frame. They do tear a little bit, or they smear, or what stretch? They stretch a little bit, but only on like ridiculous accelerations. Like just throughout like the normal movement, it's all fine with me. I'm fine with all that. I could have like maybe a little bit more stiffness. And actually the bottom of the pants is like kind of fine with the shoe. The tongue is probably the tongue and the front of the pants are probably like touching like through each other a little bit, but it's not like noticeable. But we could probably make those like a little shorter. But I think even with those shoes, it's a fine match. I guess this isn't all that different than when I just randomly stuck a cape and cloth, loincloth into like that outfit. It's just more of a tighter integration that's like more like viable that you like actually see. And they're much thinner too, like super thin. 4 cm wide. I don't know if I believe that those are the lower poly versions like I re-rigged, but maybe they are. But I think those straps could come in as a separate static mesh or skeletal mesh, I'm pretty sure. We just rig it to the whole skeleton again, and it would just be those. And I think that would work. Because the collision is based on the collision asset, the physics asset. It's not based on like the actual mesh under it. So that's probably the move with these. And then you could like turn them off and on, or you could have like the rigged version versus like the not rigged version. As far as like Cine Tracer, you could turn them on and off. But yeah, that turned out pretty well. Okay, word. That's my weekend test. I'm gonna go eat. Be back, peace.